I am much happier when what I find is I will end up working and doing things if I don't take the time to go do other things. And it was a blissful 2.5 hours today of not working.
I'm a much happier person when I work out.
Yeah.
It's totally worth it.
I didn't even. I got started and I had all this work stress, and then like 2 minutes in
Yeah,
to the
fine.
pedal, I was just like, I'm gonna see how fast I can go.
Totally.
Now I'm king of the mountain because I cheated with my bike.
Huh?
It's not cheating. It's called a monetary
Oh.
advantage.
520 or 1525.
So
Depends on the e-bike you buy.
He's gone.
Depends on the road bike you have.
1525 for dinner.
You can easily spend $25,000 on a road bike.
Yo, he
Not
spent
more.
10 grand on his whole bike.
I spent 14 on mine.
Dude, I do it
Robert,
$10,000. I don't know. either.
3050 for you.
Oh, I don't know.
You know,
That's
Oh, since you're a big
I
fan
have
of weird M&Ms.
I have no qualms buying bikes. Every bike I've bought, I feel like has more than returned its value to me in
Yep.
happiness.
yeah. I agree.
Which I have to keep saying that because I get in trouble every time I buy a bike.
Sure. I haven't bought a bike in a while. I bought my wife a bike last time, so that was a good bonus.
I also bought my wife a bike recently, and it was a brilliant
So-
move because then when I bought another bike, I just I just got you a
I'm
bike.
curious,
So,
Robert. I just noticed that we are
I bought a really nice bike
these
once.
two
and it
minutes. Have you had
immediately
those for a
got
long
stolen.
time?
oh, it's the
Maybe.
That's the real
Because
bike.
those are that's the double gobbler and like the hollow gobbler mask.
That was when I was living
we had
in
on the
Salt Lake.
ground.
was it?
Whatever
Well,
we have
Sugar
here
House.
has probably
It was
been.
Dang
I
Mormons.
lived in
Probably been there for a
Where'd you
while.
live in Sugar House?
Do you know where the whole food?
Oh,
Whole
wait, those
Foods
are like
is?
the correct figures for like the
yeah,
things we
they're
buy.
they're not the same
that
figures that I
plaza they just
printed.
rebuilt?
Oh, it looks like. Well, not
Was it
this
Panda
guy's a little
Express and
different, but anyway.
iPlace?
Is it a figure that you printed?
No, it's not.
Oh,
I
okay.
printed
Sugar
mine
House
bigger.
Park.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
then,
And then there was like
more bright.
I didn't
Toys
really
R Us
print
and the
that
Red
one.
Lobster
That actually might be
Yeah.
the thing.
and a movie theater.
Yeah.
Right there was an apartment complex. I was in an apartment complex.
I was a mile down the road.
This is for you, right? I'm gonna throw it at you.
Yes. Do you know? Do you know where Tucker 27 was? Off of Foothill?
Yeah.
So I was right across on the downside of Foothill. I was right next to.
So I stopped by a food
It actually used to be
They cut the
LDS
food
church,
for me,
and
this
they
is
tore it
for
down, and a guy bought it, and he built an 8,000 square foot single story
So it's kind of fun.
farm to table farm.
Oh, that's cool.
So right,
So I
like
just
my house is
wanted to
bordered on
sell-
3 sides by this guy's farm, urban farm in Salt Lake, and it was very, very wild because he had just like an 8,000 square foot single story house. It's very large.
That is wild that we were so close to each other.
Yeah, it is.
What's wild is the 8,000 square foot house is not the surprise of the story. But that's also very Utah.
Yeah.
Should we do a recap? It's been
Oh,
a little bit.
So hopefully everyone saw
Or
that
he.
I last minute decided that you should be level
you
4.
assign genders.
no, I did
real
not.
quick.
We did.
I don't.
Or I did.
Although
Wait, we're 4 now?
Yeah, I told you. I sent a message to finish level up. So for
Although,
yeah.
honestly, I don't think
So for you, it's your hit dice, your extra second wind, and your extra weapon mastery.
Wait, do we level up?
Yeah,
Wait, so
you should be level 4.
I have a question for you.
I don't actually know if we're gonna get to the deadly encounter tonight, but I'm a little afraid that when we do, I'm gonna kill you.
maybe we'll
Me
be
specifically, or
No.
you?
You.
Figuratively.
Wait, in game?
You group, you plural,
I'm
y'all.
excited to see what's on the other side of the veil.
All things. All things.
I'm also excited to do some developments with you. Hopefully, it happens today.
Well, I was going to ask. So you said that the next session will probably be your last session
Yes.
The next session's our last session?
Well, it'll probably be my last session,
in this campaign with him as DM.
unless I can find a good job at NVIDIA that you can recommend me for, and I get that cinched.
So it all comes down to you, Scott.
Pressure's on!
Yeah.
So the guy who runs the group I'm thinking, his name is Johnny.
No, wait, you shouldn't talk about this here on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Screaming.
and we're done!
Where did you go?
Johnny,
If that's the
Utah!
case,
Just kidding.
I wonder if maybe
So yeah, so I
Some
didn't know if like someone
reveals.
wanted, if we wanted to reveal things, or if someone wanted to take over DM and continue, based off what I have, and they don't necessarily have to do the everything, but
Is what you have a small post-it note of scribbles?
it's a little better than that. I've got a couple of story arcs that should take you all the way to level 20 that I've been slotting in your
I'm so
your
disappointed.
characters into.
Level 20.
It's just the whole 20.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Why don't we just jump to the end? Why don't you make us level
Because
20?
you haven't even.
We'll have a good time.
I feel
Other
like
than
we should be
Claire, none of
leveling
you
up
even
faster.
know who the main villain is that you
Alright,
were
so-
summoned to defeat.
That's okay. This particular game, we're going to level up 6 times. Next time, another 10.
You are all level 10 now.
Wait, so what happened last time?
So yes. So
You took my Beth.
I nearly died again.
you were in the
we were in a
gripping
cave,
caves
yeah.
looking for the inhabitants of Dark Spire who had fled the bombardment by cloud giants of their small village. You had been beset upon by these fey creatures that some of you don't like and others of you really don't like. You were able to
Nobody died.
Nobody died. You eventually
Much success
decided
for
that
us.
it was a video game and you had to explore every nook and cranny and encounter every monster, which
We
was
like
great.
to mix it up for
Because
you.
you immediately found the prisoners and then had them leave and then went and killed everything else.
We
keep you on
basically
your
solved
toes.
everything in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. But then chose to kill all the creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've come back to Dark Spire, and there is a celebration going on, which occasionally is punctuated with some bright, some somberness, as they remember that people are dead, or they see body parts under some rocks. But
Did they discuss renaming their town? There is no spire, and it is not dark.
that has not come up so far, at least. Did Raithman suggest it to somebody?
Is my girlfriend among the jubilations?
Which girlfriend?
Oh,
Kella,
lost interest in you.
Kella was confronted by Clarence, and then Wraithfoot saved her, I guess. And you attempted, you wanted to walk with her, but it wasn't clear that you were actually trying to help get her away from Clarence, and so she didn't go with Wraithfoot. He was trying to get her away from Clarence. But I think that she said that she'd walk with you at sunset or something.
Yes. To be fair, you had taken a mud bath earlier in the day.
Good.
And there was, and you also in the cave you rescued the lady in waiting for Lady Nadar who was killed anyway, and Mark did flirt with her as well because Kella wasn't there with you.
Oh wait, what's
You
the lady
also-
in waiting girl's name?
you can take some of these.
Let me look it up because I don't remember.
There's the white ones at the bottom.
It
More
was
weapons over here too. Thank you.
Daphne Featherstone,
Okay, that's the new one.
Oh, Daphne.
and she was dressed more finely than anyone else you've seen.
I also want to say that you have successfully told the story of how you single-handedly saved everybody from
To
the
the-
cave
Multiple
many
times.
times.
Multiple times.
Using all sorts of illusions and
Yes.
things like that.
That's how it
Yes,
should be.
and
So now the whole
the,
town believes that you were the one?
Yeah.
As they should.
They were
Because
should
I
be.
was.
the innkeeper is giving you the 2 empty rooms, and he is going to spend the night sleeping on the lawn, so you can have his room as well. So there's 3 rooms for the 7 of you.
Oh, we had a good rock farm.
And he
Yes,
wants to talk with you in the morning about doing him a favor. I don't remember who he was talking to.
It was me.
I'm
It
not
was
sleeping
you.
in the
I was a
room.
little
I was going to
drunk.
say, I'm going to
Yeah,
sleep
yeah.
outside.
He was talking to a drunk Arendor who's like, I don't know where we're going. I don't know what's happening.
I'm not sleeping in the room, nor will any of you find where I'm sleeping.
I will not displace anyone.
I'll find
I will just sleep outside with my bedroll.
Correction.
and-
There are
I'll
2
look
beds
for
in
you.
each room.
Oh, but somebody has to give up their space.
No, so there's 2 empty rooms, which he offered you, and then he said he would sleep out so that his room would be available. So there was
Right. I want to prevent that from happening, so I will
But
sleep
Wraithfoot's already not in any of the rooms. He's somewhere.
Okay. I don't know. I think he told this to Arendor that he was going to vacate his room. So unless you come find him, he's sleeping in the lawn.
Can I notice what's happening?
Yeah,
There's still,
This is just like perception
yeah,
or insight.
inside of perception.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Arendor tells you that you now have 3 rooms because Morak, make sure, yeah, Morak's gonna camp out tonight as he slumps further into his cup.
Yeah, I put 2 and 2 together and figure out that he's giving up his room and talk him into going back to his own room space.
Okay.
Unless this spoils some sort of subplot that I'm not.
No.
Okay.
It's fine. No, I just realized that they would probably do more for you than just give you the 7 of you the 2 rooms for free. It takes a little convincing because he's like, but you guys have done so much. Because you also,
I don't know. I'm used to sleeping outside.
he also made a contest out of throwing boulders. So him and Aeon have been helping
Cleaning
repair
the
the town
town.
by moving the boulders
In a
out.
fun way.
Anyway, and so you've also been helping with cleanup
To be fair, also
in
the
part of
one who could throw
the celebrations.
I haven't.
And to be
I know,
fair, I
but
rolled
you missed that. You missed
natural
that.
one like
That's
3
part of the
times.
Yeah, in a
celebration.
row.
I'm making sure that somebody didn't steal my
Yeah,
character
no, no,
alive.
no.
I probably like
No.
snap my Achilles.
You
or
were trying to
something.
get with one of the two women.
Lift
That
those
sounds
boulders
more
up.
It was pretty
accurate.
bad.
Yeah. So that's where we. So I don't know if there's anything else you guys wanted to do before going to bed.
I'd like to offer up my bed to Kingsley and say, I hear you really exerted yourself today with throwing all those bones.
That's a rough
You
day,
deserve, you deserve
He does
a
have
fresh
to.
bed. It's like, I sleep outside all the time. You should take the soft pillows.
I tell you what, I sleep like a rock.
I'm sure you do, but you'll sleep much better on the pillows. If you sleep anything like you throw a rock, we're not going to be sleeping much.
That's just great.
Who's Clarence?
Who is Clarence?
Oh, who's playing Clarence?
There is no Clarence. You're Clarence.
We better have a healer.
I can
Have you
Clarence.
seen us?
Have you seen me? I get
Clarence,
more
I mean,
like it's a
it would make sense
hobby.
for Clarence to be played
Yeah.
by.
Yeah, and he did send his level 4 character sheet on the Discord. On the
I
group name.
sheepishly smile and I put my arm down on the table.
That's like, I think we're proven enough today.
A little scared now, aren't we?
I don't think scared is really just for your well-being.
I flex a couple pecs.
Just kind of laughs to himself.
Okay, I have to find a character sheet.
I'm trying to do some rock puns, but
Not funny, Giddy.
You did rock bottom on the puns.
yeah, rock bottom.
And I do have the group meet up if people need to send me private messages.
Okay, excellent.
Alright. I was finding a place to lay down someplace, outside.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out outside too. Just find a good
We'll
rock.
find a space.
I'll find a rock that I couldn't throw and I'll sleep on it.
Are there still villagers milling around?
Yeah, as the sun sets, it starts to wind down, and kind of more of the sadness of loss starts settling. But there's a few that haven't gone inside yet. They're enjoying the last twilights.
Kind of like ruined. Anybody hanging out
was ours
near their
when we
ruined
got there.
houses or anything like that?
I don't know if I remember who.
So Rex and Aeon are both sleeping outside.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go upstairs and push 3 bags together.
And take the guy's room anyway.
Nice.
Sorry. Oh, I did not need
I
to.
might be sleeping inside.
I just didn't want to put this gentleman out. Like I don't need lectures.
It's okay. It can wait till the
Anyway,
morning.
I was thinking. I think this house up in the corner. I think that just the one person died, and so they would be there.
wait.
But I don't remember their
I'll wait.
names.
I'll wait.
Now it's haunted.
It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, and Aeon gave away like all of his money to the people to repair their houses and buildings as well. The three ruined.
We're not lawful. We're just like respectable, honorable.
He has nothing to. He has no use for money.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
don't really need money. Okay, I'll go find a place to sit down, maybe start a little campfire.
Okay.
And then just like mend up my robes and things.
I'll snuggle and keep challenging you to contest. Try to find something I can win at.
That's fine.
I bet I could skip the stone across this boat here.
But I could spit further.
I bet I could piss over this wall.
I'm sure you can.
Or watch.
Like, go ahead, give it your best shot.
I'm giving it. I'm giving my all.
You ain't got it where it counts, you know. You never live it down.
I just keep it up.
Did the TV change?
No.
I'm asleep on my triple bed.
But so I assume
Well,
that
this
there's
is-
someone sharing the room with you because
Here when we used it.
if it's either Arendor or Clarence and Mars.
Well, we have 3 rooms to pick from.
No, it's
Well, no, the dwarf went back to his room.
Oh, okay.
And because there was someone twice his size who was telling me better not give up his bed.
I would say that Andor is probably drunk enough. I probably fall down in the bed that he's also sleeping on.
Okay. See, there you go.
I'll snuggle him.
Clarence and
I
Mars
probably
have
do
rooms
here.
for themselves.
It's a beautiful thing.
And I assume that he pushed the beds together too because of his shape. That's probably more comfortable. Okay, yeah.
All right.
So what do you
We're
think?
20th level now, right?
Do I get a trauma level from sharing a bed?
Wait, so we didn't find the villagers that ran off.
No, you did.
Oh, we
You
did.
rescued them.
Oh.
You sent them back. You found them immediately. Like out of all the paths you could have gone down, you went to the one you were down
The
first.
correct one.
So you save them, and then
Randomly.
Mars is like, we gotta kill the rest of the Fae. And so then you guys ended up doing like, I gotta clear the dungeon, and went down every crack, even to the one that had nothing but an
I
ooze.
wasn't looking for new monsters. I was just looking to finish one that had attacked me.
He almost got killed. He almost got killed by like some slime.
And
Multiple times.
the weapon, the attack I was using had zero effect.
It just split it. So you get more of them. It was great.
And we all just kind of watched.
Because it was slow, so we kept like backing up and running from it.
You got this here, door. Oh, that one got around you. Oh, you're down again?
Oh, look at that! You're surrounded.
Heal.
My mom makes me wear a helmet.
Well, you're lucky that who was it that mended your shield for you? Was it Clarence?
It was Clarence.
Took pity on you.
Thanks.
Anyway.
All right.
I like to help.
So morning comes. Do you all come down and eat breakfast together, or
I come down buck naked.
I do my morning calisthenics outside.
As soon as I see him,
Practice with your new
I
shorts,
cast illusions to make him look like a girl.
did you see him?
Yeah, I cast illusions on him and make him look like
Oh,
a naked girl.
to
instead
me?
of a naked man.
Wait, to him.
Okay. I assumed they were still unclothed, but
Yeah.
okay.
And I assume he doesn't notice this, and I'm having a great time.
Can I would like to notice it.
I think it's a wisdom save. A wisdom save against.
There's no
this.
die roll for this. I'm
But it's
sorry.
like a 70-year-old woman.
Hold on.
What would this be a check against?
So I think the illusion spell is a wisdom save to see.
Is this a charisma save? An
All right,
intelligence save?
Oh, for the rest of you.
Veering off course already.
Talk about the third path, right? Like
16.
the fourth,
16. I'm pretty sure that beats his. Yeah.
right? Well, I think this would be a challenge
There's a
roll.
70-year-old woman.
I feel like there should
This
be.
I cast harder.
on top of your normal usage.
My goal is to be downstairs
again.
before any of them come downstairs.
Okay,
I look
so he'll come talk to you.
I look down at it, I say, that's new. And I make it permanent.
Okay.
This is the last show, right?
Do I realize that happened?
Yeah, your illusion, because you know it's an illusion, so it's kind of semi-transparent for you. It goes opaque.
I start clapping giddily, and I run up and I give him a hug.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a
material
perception check.
How tall are you as you're hugging this full-size person?
Some questions.
Can I also ask you
Have
like
no good answers. 17.
17? Did when you put the illusion, did you like change the physique, like the size of him at all, or is it the same size but just an
Yeah,
old
roughly
one?
the same size, more of an hourglass shape,
But
impacted
not like
by
noticeably.
gravity. Yeah.
Okay, and you're hugging him around the knees. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel his flesh, his flabby calf muscles, or her flabby calf
Very
muscles.
about this. Makes sense.
So when you come down, Morak is like, "I'll get your breakfast right away. I'd like to talk to you, but I'll get your breakfast first." And he sits down to eat if there's nobody else there.
And the world goes dark.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell it to not go to sleep so quickly, but where are you guys headed next? I hate to bother you, but I got a favor to ask you, depending on where you're going.
I know the name of that city. Do you want me to look through my notes until I find it, or do you want to remind me?
So Kayla told you about Golden Fields being the nearest thing that is larger than this,
Golden Fields, and then we're
but
going on
it's still
to,
not like a huge city yet. And then Waterdeep would be is
And
the
then
huge
Waterdeep's
city.
the next one in that same direction, right?
Waterdeep sounds familiar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So Golden Fields and Waterdeep.
Oh, perfect. So I'm gonna look to make sure I know which house I'm talking about here.
Hey, Kingsley. You ever think about settling down in a town like this?
Settling down.
So I was
Not until the dragon's dead.
wondering if you could do me a favor. This house
Fitting for what might happen in the next
down
2 weeks?
here, which
Buying some real estate here?
that belonged to the Zelbrins. As far as we can make out, they were both killed. Didn't make it out of the caves. I believe they have a son named Miros, Miros, there in Golden Fields.
So loud.
I was wondering if you're already headed that way, if you would mind letting him know that they've passed, and I mean, I guess technically this little plunk of land is his now.
So Miros and Golden Fields
Yeah.
lost their parents.
Yeah.
Part of the fork, I guess.
Which part?
The
So,
left one.
Top?
how do we know?
The fork
This
is
is Minos.
How do you know which? Oh, I'm sure if you asked there, they would point you to the right person. I think he might.
How big is Golden Fields?
So there's about 5,000 people there.
That's enough for everyone not to know everyone.
Well, but I yes, but, so, I think he runs the inn there. I'm pretty sure that anyone can help you find him.
Okay. Runs an inn.
Yeah.
Is it Miros or Minos?
Miros.
That's an R that I wrote
Miros.
down.
Myros.
Just because I can't read my writing doesn't mean that I didn't write it correctly.
What do they look like?
I'd have to. That's on a different page. Though.
Oh, what's the name of the inn?
What is your formative, emotional childhood
What
memory?
is their social security
Under what
number?
sign were they born?
Does he have any distinguishing scars that you
Sorry.
might know of? Say under his
Under
He.
what
I think they.
sign was
You want
Miros born? I can't believe how much fun that is.
His nickname
So
is
fun.
the Yeti because he looks like this. He runs the inn, which is called the North Furrows Inn, I believe is the name of the inn.
It
Is
does
that the
have.
stat block he has?
It does
What
have the
is this?
sign
What's
he
that
was
in
born
numbers?
under. It's got
Do you
everything.
have a picture of him?
Yeah, this is
Oh, nice. Okay.
We can't look at
Northborough?
the North Furrow Inn, I believe is the name of the inn. Which anyway, it's on. I have to switch pages to get there.
That was amazing that you have all of that prepared. I just want to go ahead and say I'm super impressed.
I think it's.
I almost forgot to print these, so I cut the names off 2 of them because I was trying to cut everything in a single cut.
Chance, what land got freed up through the unfortunate demise of these two folk?
And we're gonna take a look to see if we can find their tressium. That you can take that to him if it's still around and alive.
Let's see if whoever
A tressium is a winged cat. It's like a house cat with like bird wings. They're like because cats aren't annoying enough as they are. We gotta make them fly. This plot down here.
Aye,
It's theirs.
that's very interesting. So we have to bring the cat with us, is that it?
If it's still around, I can't think of anything more we can do for.
And there's an
Miros.
So is there
And
a
you say
reward for delivering this information?
Except.
I imagine they'd let you at least stay for free for bringing the news. But I thought since you're headed there anyway, I don't know where else you're gonna stop.
Who goes by the Yeti?
if we don't accept this quest now, we'll come back in tomorrow. Will you give it to us exactly as it is now?
Well,
In
if you're,
exactly the same
Order?
language and wording. Word.
if you're headed somewhere else,
Same dialogue.
we have. I mean,
Other quests.
There are dead people everywhere, no matter which way you
Oh, I didn't want to do that one.
Oh, weird. The Yeti is also the innkeeper.
I mean, they lost like 10% of their population.
His brother, Laurie.
Did I mention he's triplets?
If you're headed to the Phrygian lands up north, if you want to go all the way to Bryn Shander, if we got someone there, we could send you to. But I don't know where else you'd go. You're not going to the forest, hopefully. And
Also an inn. Also needs their cat.
Perhaps we should go back to the forest.
The identical twin.
well, that would be going to Samil's brother to let.
From this house.
Miros
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
Yeah, we'll do the first one.
How much do you think that property is worth?
Well, with Lady Nadar gone, I'm not sure exactly what will happen to our town. I mean, we're kind of independent, but we also kind of don't have a patron to keep the guards paid.
It's also not dark when you don't have a spire.
Time to rename it.
It's true.
No spire.
I tell you what, if
Spire
A molten
free.
belly.
we're still alive at the end of this week, we'll come
Uninspired.
back.
Inspired.
Set us up here so that we won't die.
Inspired? Uninspired.
Daytime spider.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
And we're done here.
If we're going by there anyway, we'll share the news.
So did we find the cat?
Go down.
Never
Well, so he's here before the rest of you. He's gonna after you all get your breakfast. He's gonna go look, see if he can find it.
I never worked.
I
for
would
so
like
long,
to have this
except once,
cat.
and that was a noble.
I want to eat a cat.
To Blade.
Turn to Mars.
Like
Well, I do like this form. I just don't have the
sure.
fashion for it.
After breakfast, he's
snap
found
back to
he's found it and is willing to.
I
Yeah.
attempt to hit you with my tongue.
Like, would you like to come with us, cat? This,
And address it.
to take you.
Its name is Rilix. Rilix.
It's a very fine name.
It's a great name for a cat.
I'm back in Zorro form, and I'm dressed.
Okay.
Would you like to come with us, Ulrix? We're headed off to yonder town. Find your relatives.
Relics is the name of the cat.
Oh yeah.
Do we get the cat?
Your owners, your relatives.
Do you have milk and mice?
Aye, yeah, I think we can keep you. Well, find mice along the way for sure. As far as milk is concerned, we can get some from the inn and bring it with us.
Sure.
The cat talks.
No, he can speak with animals.
Oh. Okay.
Meow meow. That's what you're hearing him meow to a cat.
I think he's lost it.
I also start meowing.
All right.
To be cordial.
Yeah,
We'll get some milk.
more
Get
demon
some milk.
like.
Innkeeper.
Yeah, it is very good you're there. So I think of cats as like ornery butts, and so you're helping this cat be a little more cooperative, saving some scratches. Anyway, do you still have your familiar? Is it around all the time, or
What's your familiar?
Well, it can
what's-
change.
Yeah.
It changes all. I can make it whatever I want.
It used to be a bat, but
Definitely don't change it.
I think the bat form is angry at you now. So
Yeah, the bat died. That's right.
Yeah, the bat had an unfortunate. I will tell you.
Okay, all right. Just let me know when you're going to summon it again.
Do we have to recast it? Yeah, you have to recast it.
when you recast familiars in different forms, is it the same familiar with the same memories?
No.
It's different.
Yes.
When you cast a bat and then another bat, is it the same bat,
Two bats. A series of bats.
or is it like an additional bats?
Turtle all the way down.
Yes, you only have one at a time.
I'm trying to remember. Well, the question is like,
Right.
would this bat maintain its memories the next time it gets summoned?
I don't remember if it's like a single spirit that's just taken on different forms, or if they're actually different creatures. Because they're not like it's not like he's summoning an actual animal. It's more like a spirit creature that takes.
I guess
Yeah,
it's
so
rare,
it's a
so-
part of the Warlock Pact. It's not just.
I'm imagining maybe it's like the same form taking on multiple personas.
So it says when you cast a spell, you can
So-
choose one
same
of the
persona,
normal
multiple
forms for your familiar, or one of the following forms.
So it would remember in any form it takes.
Yeah. So the find familiar.
Kind of feels like perhaps we're taking a long time just to get the cat.
The other fork, please.
You're talking to the cat.
Oh, the bird. The bird.
Yeah, we're waiting on you. Close the deal with the cat, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The cat's coming with us.
Yay!
We got the cat. In fact, you need somebody's shoulder, probably to perch on. Who'd like to carry the
please.
cat?
I would like to have the
You
cat.
gain this service of a familiar, a spirit that takes on an animal form, but it doesn't say whether it's the same.
Okay,
way.
it
It's
sounds
a,
like it's
well, it's a
a
familiar.
spirit.
It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
spirit.
yeah. So I would
So-
say yeah. It's this. I would
So
say it's the
there's.
same.
It takes an hour to cast the Find Familiar spell. So there, it doesn't say there's a time limit. It just says when it
Right.
dies, it's
Yeah.
a spirit that takes.
But
the
it
form
did.
of
But I
something.
did. In asking you that, I did remember that it got killed by the ooze.
Yes.
So you don't currently have one.
I like to tell the cat
Cast it last night.
when you get
No,
cats.
I was
I like to say to the cat, it's like, you can,
Well,
you
you
can
might have.
ride on this
I
one
don't-
over
I
here.
don't drink
This
and
old
divide.
lady.
Oh, I already switched back.
Oh, so she's about this naked man?
He's got clothes
No,
on.
this,
You
Good guess, though.
completely
Good
missed-
this
guess.
crazy man with clothes on. It's like he'd be happy to carry you. Now, you should know when you're riding on his shoulder, he really likes it if you sink his claws in. It helps you keep stable, and he very much likes it. So just feel free.
Does the cat put its claws in?
Okay, it flies up, lands on your shoulder, it sniffs you. And you smell nice. It like goes around, like laying across your back, and then it does. It digs its claws in.
I chuck the cat.
It flies away.
It flaps.
Quest disabled.
It's like, I'm sorry, I thought you'd like that. Hey, you can perch yourself up here. I don't mind.
I no longer want the cat.
You have a couple little holes in your nice fine robe.
I want to fly up and perch myself on your shoulders and just like gently rub where the holes are.
Probably doesn't feel good, but okay. You're
That
up
hurts.
there, you're like massaging the little.
You realize these are wounds.
He starts licking the blood off his fingers.
Are you close to death?
No, let's go.
No? Okay.
1d4.
It's only a half a point of damage, but you have to round up.
So what's the name of the city that we're going to?
You're headed to
Golden
Goldenfields. Yeah, so they tell you just head south once you get back up to the main road, and it'll get you there in 3 or 4 days. Well, if you're walking. Probably take you half a 10-day, maybe 7 days to get there.
All right, let's go.
Nah.
So
Bad
I
math. Half of 10 is not 7.
no,
That's not how you're allowed to do it.
there was a hyphen there. Half a 10-day to 7 days, 5 to 7 days.
I like that they
I'm trying to use the 10-day instead of the week, anyway, because that's the calendar that I chose.
I like that they can't say 5 days. Go take a half a 10-day, but
And then I think it's like, well, maybe longer. Maybe
Is that still
closer
a
to
fortnight? Is that 20 days then?
Well, fortnight is 7 days.
I thought fortnight was always 2 weeks,
14
regardless of how the
but-
calendar works.
But it's a 10 days, so it's
Yeah,
20 days.
It's a half a fortnight. It's like a.
It's a quarter fortnight.
It's a quarter fortnight.
It's a half 10 days
It's a quarter
to a
night.
quarter fortnight.
Well, locally they
7 days.
Or perhaps a
locally they call it a court fort.
quarter fort.
They call it pickleball.
Wraithfoot just leaves.
I was going to say, probably,
Good for him.
probably time for someone to leave.
Wraithfoot's picked up nasty habits on me.
Let me see if I can. Okay,
He waits
so,
outside so that he doesn't abandon the party, but is not part of this half a fortnight thing. And he does not point out that half a 10 days is 5 days, not. Yeah.
all right.
I might
I
vote
s-
differently here.
Dividing doesn't.
I see we're divided on this topic.
Yeah.
If you
So
want
as-
to talk
as you
about
guys
all three
begin to
maths,
leave,
do not start a discussion. You cannot follow.
Let's see. Arendor and I think Clarence, because Clarence's wisdom went up. I don't remember
entirely.
exactly what his passive perception is. The two of you notice something up in the sky.
What do we notice? I look up.
Is it a boulder? Is it a plane?
This is the bird.
Is it a dragon?
Is it the cat?
Is it an ice cream cone?
This
It's
is
a
the,
cat
This is
soul.
the best rendering that Dolly could give me. You see an enormous floating tower on a billowy cloud 1,000 feet overhead. The tower must be hundreds of feet tall, and its spire looks strangely like a pointy wizard's hat. As the tower drifts closer, stairs made of cloud begin to form underneath it and descend towards you.
Looks like a wizard staircase.
Descend towards us.
Yes.
This is very nice, but I think we should go to the town.
Is it coming down, or like are stairs being manifested?
God.
Stairs are being met. There's 1,000 feet of stairs coming down to
You
you.
mean
great.
like a
So it'll
hurricane?
just take longer to get there.
It's a lot of
Hey,
stairs.
I'd like to pull out my handicap placard and ask for an elevator.
No, wait. Do they look like stairs? Because the other thing that comes down from the clouds and lifts you up is called a hurricane.
They
I
are
gotta slur the.
They are there's stairs made out of cloud coming down out of this tower floating on the
And
cloud.
are there giants throwing boulders at the town right now?
No.
Not at the moment.
It's just floating there, and the stairs come down
what is our
to
order?
meet you.
Are they giant steps or human
They're
sized?
your size steps.
So
are
I'm
there
just
any
gonna stop
villagers around?
walking. I'm gonna stop walking and just
Yeah.
look up and up.
You guys are like 10 minutes out of town.
Oh, we're out of town, so there's
yeah.
nobody around. Okay.
So we're half a quarter mile away.
You walk really slow. You only got a half a quarter mile in 10
It's a half
minutes.
quarter.
Well
Is
said.
mile the
Well said.
unit of measurement, or is it a kilometer?
I would use kilometers myself.
You know, I have a nephew named Miles. Call him kilometers for short.
Furlongs.
For longers.
Yeah, longer.
Rods.
I alert the party
Leagues.
to the
We call
wizard
kilos,
shaped
but kilometers.
hat.
Well, as the stairs
Sky
come down, I think
construct.
everyone notices.
I attempt to alert the party, however, it takes me so long.
Hey guys, I think. Never mind.
By the time he gets 2 words in, I'm already climbing the stairs.
Never mind.
Yeah, so you step on
You're
the.
just going up?
Yeah, wizard hat, wizard. Me, go up. Bye.
You step on this cloud and it's firm. You're able to start walking up the steps.
I'm gonna take my pike and poke at it.
It resists the poke of the pike.
The poke of the pipe.
The pokey pernicious persistence.
Persistent.
So So how far up in the air is the tower?
It's like 1,000 feet off the ground.
That's pretty tall. That's a lot of stairs.
Did
Yeah,
anything
that's like
else
1,000
happen
steps.
aside from the stairs?
What?
Is it just stairs?
They're just stairs that go up to, as far as you can tell, to the base of the tower.
Is there a button to push that acts like an escalator?
You don't see any buttons, just stairs.
Yell up at it. It's like, could you please come down lower so we didn't have to walk up so much?
You see, if you had a floating castle, you'd be able to like maneuver it down
lower
to
it.
pick people up.
I'm gonna
So-
stop on the stairs.
So you guys see a floating cloud come by, stairs come down, and you just don't even question whether or not you should walk.
I've seen it.
Correct. And
Seems very good.
while I'm standing on
We
the
live in a
stairs,
fantasy world.
I'm going to start taking off all my clothes.
Okay.
It's not even 10 o'clock.
You're like 10 steps up and you disrobe.
As he's disrobing, I'm going to attempt to cast his clothes back on him with illusions.
You're gonna try to do an
The
illusion of his
clothes.
clothes, or like
The exact
mage
same
hand
clothes.
his clothes back on. What do you?
I'll try illusions first.
Okay.
That's fine.
At the same time.
You're wearing
and then I'm
illusion
gonna
clothes.
and then I'm gonna say to the party, "Wait, there's somebody up
you
in the
can
window.
still see him through them. Killing Mars.
There's somebody up in the window." And should I do a deception check to see if they all look at the window?
Yeah.
1,000 stairs up, I guess.
There are big windows.
I'll
like a
look at it. I'll
And the
look at the
staircase
window.
is around.
It's about 12 inches. And
yeah,
is the
10,
code.
19.
12 inches.
19.
I was going to look at the window anyhow.
Yeah, everybody looks up at the window unless you want to try to roll against that.
I disappear.
Okay.
Do you know why?
Now's our chance.
I'm not certain.
Do you have really, really long hair? That you toss out the window?
I feel like
We could just leave.
Have you seen Doro? He seems to have vanished. He's not on the stairs anymore. I mean, we
just
see him.
stopped
There's
it.
1,000 of them. Jesus, looks like a lot of stairs.
but
Okay,
also
that-
because
that's
it's
They're
fine.
not
Yeah.
just for an hour
Yeah.
today. I didn't bring
Okay.
1,000 steps.
So your
It's good.
your clothes are just sitting on the stairs.
No, I put them
Oh,
in
you
my
put 'em in-
inventory.
I recognize you had a lot of skills, but I did not know you to be a master of stairs.
Some might call him a stairmaster.
I can definitely do stairs.
You know, in nature.
Would
stairs
you be
form
able to
naturally.
see somebody at the top of the 1,000 stairs, or at least hear them?
So 1,000 feet. Let's think. That's like one time around a track. Like a is kind of the distance. So it's not super far away, but you're also like there's. I think I said there's. Did I say they're spiraling up?
There would be some math tonight.
Yeah,
I'm
they
sorry.
spiral. Yeah. So, but once you're around a curve, right,
like-
you're not gonna be able to see
That's
Up or down?
Only 10
upper.
feet.
Yeah, right, because it's a spiral staircase, effectively.
That's only
And
like
I don't know,
10
it's got
floors
like
of stairs. It's not
50.
so bad.
Yeah,
Turns or
it's just
something.
I'm
doing
gonna
spiraling.
I'm gonna message to Mars that I found a shortcut and that I'm at the top, and I'm gonna put my clothes back on.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. What do I see?
Oh yes.
Did you run?
That's how you guys
I found a shortcut.
staying at the bottom. Yeah, he disappears as you're looking at the window, and yeah. Let me see here.
I'm going to message back that I also have a shortcut.
So there is. Okay, you can apply it there.
Yeah.
There's an open archway that leads to kind of a little short hallway that has a thin, translucent blue curtain as at the end of it that's flapping in the breeze a little bit, and you can kind of see that there's a large room behind it.
I'm just gonna. Is there like a? Are there stairs going up to this archway, or like there's a lift?
Well, so like you come up to the top of the stairs, and you're standing on the cloud, and there's an archway in front of you that opens up into the side of the tower that has like a short hallway with a curtain kind of acting as the door at the end of the hallway. So you could walk straight in. You don't have to do anything more.
I just want to like poke my head in without. I could do a sneak.
Okay, go ahead and sneak. The rest of you doing anything while he does this?
I'm just waiting for Clarence to walk up the stairs. That's
Should
my
we go
shortcut.
Should we go up and see what's there?
Okay, Clarence is walking over.
19.
It's more interesting than
Okay.
walking through the woods.
So you stick your head in, and there's a 100-foot high hexagonal chamber, except it's not actually quite a hexagon. It's more of a weird octagon because I made a physical version.
You mean heptagon?
Septagon?
No, I ended up making it 8-sided instead of 6-sided.
Octagon.
And I just,
So that's not a weird octagon.
well, but
is
it's
it?
not regular because I just cut off the corners. Anyway, it's near a regular octagon instead of a hectagon. Thank you,
Can
Sean.
we just establish that you cannot use math terms around me without me going like this? I am sorry.
It's fine.
I cannot stop it.
It's all the gods, actually.
It's a deck of cards.
100-foot
I
high
also like all the guns.
chamber
we're not
containing
careful,
a
Sean might
giant-sized
ego
wooden
on.
table and stone chair.
Watch out for megatons.
Question.
Dangling from the ceiling are iron chains with 6 crystal spheres that are producing light.
So the only one
Um,
I had was
And then there is a 20-foot wide hole up in the roof, kind of not centered off to one side of the roof.
so the other stores
But-
they didn't have any.
Otherwise, it's all by
So
like just empty. So wooden table, big chamber, and a hole in the roof.
Yeah. Well,
What's-
well,
what's
it's a
in-
hole in the ceiling. I wouldn't say the roof because it's
Sorry, the hole in the ceiling.
yeah, because you don't see sky through it.
Got it.
I'm gonna climb the staircase.
Okay.
So stop walking up. Are you
I'm
coming?
going to take off my
I
clothes.
suppose. I mean, we're all going down, right? This might
I
be
stay at
faster.
the bottom until everyone else has taken at least several steps up there, and I'm just like, what? What are you? What?
We lost our wizard.
There's
Let's
probably
go
going to be some
collect
pretty
him.
nice things up there.
Yeah.
If you're a druid, you're very materialistic.
Right.
No,
just curious.
it's motivational speaking. He knows his audience.
What do I find up the hole?
I start walking up.
Curious, Marius.
I'm trying to think if I should make you roll another stealth check. If you,
I'm pretty.
We're headed to Golden
well, but
Pit.
if you change,
We were
you'll be able to get out
we're
right.
headed to Silver Skies.
This was the other point. Let's see if we can pick up
I'll
there.
let you still do
This was north by east.
because you wouldn't
Where
really.
did the Parmesan chips go?
Yeah.
Are they over there?
100-foot high ceiling with tall, slender windows, set with panes of stained glass. Furnishings include a giant-sized bed, an enormous wooden chest, stone shelves full of very large books. There's a blue glowing orb, and there is an 18-foot tall person with wispy hair who was walking towards the opening that you just came up.
Where are they in relation to the bed?
They would have been sitting on it because.
But
well,
now
no,
they-
actually, no, they're coming from the orb. So let's just do this. Let's get rid of where is my this thing? Get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Oh, can I not?
And the world changes before our eyes.
Oh, it's not gonna. Okay, escape. Okay, but now I want you to zoom in a bunch.
It's kind of cool.
That's the top-down view.
You have to get below the cloud layer.
That's not an octagon.
It's a weird octagon.
Okay, move the minis.
Oh,
Here we go.
Hey, look at this.
it's on now.
Oh, I thought those were all marshmallows.
Sorry, I just dropped a cotton ball in your water.
Mission accomplished.
Now it's going to go to marshmallow.
You want me to get another drink?
No, I'm good.
It's saying.
They look
They're
like an
clean
ice cube.
cotton balls.
Here. Let's get a view of that. Put that on your cotton ball.
You know the best thing about this is that he knew we would go up the staircase, so he had all of this prepared.
I actually had this prepared.
There it
for
is.
The one with the cotton balls last time, but you guys wanted to party in town, which was actually very good. I loved all the roleplaying.
So this is where I am.
So you're here, yeah. So you came up through this black thing you can't see is the hole. He's coming from this blue glowing orb towards the hole.
I'm
And
just
this
gonna-
is, and it's actually bigger than this,
right.
but
I'm
anyway.
just gonna lay on the bed till they get here.
Okay. He walks to the hole and he just starts floating down.
Okay. I don't let him do his thing. I'm just gonna lay down. And I'm gonna put my clothes back on.
It's a huge bed. But
I'm just starfishing.
I wish we had like a counter for the amount of times you change your clothes. Because like if we were to equate this to real life time,
Or like a card. Naked? Not naked.
well, he's
like
it's a
flipping
robe.
so
It's not
good.
like he's doing up buttons and pulling on pants. He's robing in this robe.
but doesn't he have pants and shirts under his robe?
Apparently not.
Like even
We don't know at
Jedi.
this point.
Well, even if you just have like a single tunic that's like a one-piece long dress, like that's pretty easy to.
I feel like that'd be too simple for him.
Gonna be shaming the poor man. He enjoys being naked. Feels the best that way.
It's his natural self.
It's his natural self.
I'm not shaming him. I'm just like if
And
we
we
were to
can
calculate how
move
much
this
game time
the other
your
side
character
if
did
people want to
take
see. I don't
off,
need
it'd be a
it by
number.
me.
That's good.
I'm just lazy.
As we're walking
That
up,
would be a number.
It would be a
so-
number.
it's like
Accurate.
so
Not
so
wrong.
You ever been to Greenfeld before?
I'm like way behind you guys.
No. Well, we waited for you.
Yeah. Hey,
Just to ask this question.
Have I ever been what?
You ever been to Golden Fields before?
No.
This is kind of how I imagine Mars.
Yeah. Nothing in this world sounds familiar to me.
How about Bryn Shander? You ever hear of him?
No.
Interesting. Oh, it must be going.
What's the 18-foot tall man doing?
so he descends through the hole and goes down and back to the first floor.
I'll peek over the hole and watch.
He appears to be waiting for guests. Oh, not that. That's... One of the things I hate about the new monster manual is they put it in alphabetical order by creature name. So, like, the dragons are no longer together under D. Like, a blue dragon is in the B's, and a white dragon is in the W's,
Oh,
and a
yeah,
fire
they
giant
don't-
is in the F's, and the stone giant is in the S's.
The dragons used to be all under D.
Yes, and the dragons are all under, and then it tell you about the, But in the new one, they don't do that.
This is a giant?
This is a giant. This is a storm giant. So that's what I'm trying to look up to remember, because I read about the giants like a month ago, and now I don't remember any of them. Anything about them? Okay.
As an enemy to my enemy, a friend.
I don't know. I think we should have had more clues that this might be a giant.
Do we really need more?
Sorry, it's a cloud giant, not a storm giant.
Well, the stairs were average sized.
The cloud giant, the entire idea that the Leslie was attacked by them. They thought this guy's 18 feet tall.
Oh, sorry. He's 24 feet tall.
Sorry, 24 feet tall.
Well, I did say 18, so it's on me. Not
He grew.
While you're waiting.
It's all differently.
He's only about twice as large as I am. That big.
12 foot tall.
10 foot tall. He's not a little bit bigger.
John, did you mean to give me too much money?
I did not
I'll send it back.
give you too much money. Did you read the comment?
No. Oh, I see. Okay. I might still send it back to you.
Don't.
How much was it?
15.25.
Are you bribing other players in real life now? Is that what's going on?
I'm
It was inspired by Fat Leather.
trying to.
What is Zoro going to do for you? Like,
I'm trying to.
What can't Zoro do for you?
I also.
I'm trying to bribe Chris, not Zorro, and not do anything that Zorro would have done.
I don't know. I think they're just trying to get him to take off his clothes, but the joke's
I'm
on
trying
you
to get him
because he's going to do it for free in 5
What the
minutes
message
anyhow.
was about.
I'm trying to get him to keep bringing snacks.
I was very sad that I didn't bring them this time.
How much were you?
15.25.
So as the rest of you get to the top, assuming that you go in past the curtain, you see this 24-foot tall, kind of like almost ashen blue skinned giant with little hair on top and kind of wispy, almost cloud-like hair on the side. That metal body and beard. He's got a purple robe on with like gold stars on it. Welcome, my good
Can you make it
friends.
red and white? You could be wearing a red and white robe.
I already said purple. I'm sorry.
Please.
So you want the stars to be white and the robe to be red?
That'll be great.
Okay.
So welcome, my friends.
Stars. Yeah. Welcome.
Santa Claus! And I run up and give him a hug.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you. I didn't know you. So
You're like 6 feet tall, so you're like hugging him on his thighs.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure we're friends.
A lot of that
yet.
going on this game. A lot of thigh hugs.
This is something that I've realized I've done very poorly in the past. Where like realizing like a halfling and an elf are very different size, and so the way they interact should.
Yep.
It'll be awkward every time.
It's Santa Claus. How can you not give him a hug?
What you're saying is Wraithfoot is a half quarter his size.
No, I'm saying it's a half his size.
So he's basically a teddy bear.
I guess everyone's around now? We all see this?
So you still don't know where Zoro is, but I assume that the rest of you. Maybe Wraithfoot's not there yet, but
Well, we all left pretty late after
No.
Zoro.
Wraithfoot is
okay.
running up and giving him a hug
Okay.
and says, Santa
Santa
Claus.
Claus.
This is the first
Oh,
thing he
Okay,
says.
well,
Uh,
Wraithfoot's
but-
there, then we're all there.
Thank you.
Say,
I'm not as familiar with your particular species. He reaches down and like pats you on the back.
Like a good day to you. Didn't know if we're friends.
You might be a distant kin.
don't even know what you're. Aye, perhaps we share a.
He's Santa Claus. Of course he's a friend.
Oh, forgive me. I am Zephyros.
No.
Zephyros.
Wait. Seriously? You're not.
Did you want my name to be something else?
I think he wanted it to be Santa Claus. He keeps saying it.
You're not Chris Kringle or any of those other names. You're Zephron.
Zephyros.
Zephyros.
Zethros.
I've never met this Kringle.
They take
But
back my hug.
perhaps I speak to him
Unless you can
sometimes.
also give me Christmas presents.
You know, this guy could punch you out the window and make you fly down.
Well, I tell you what I can do for you. Perhaps I can give you a ride. Where are you headed?
While he's talking,
Airship.
I'm gonna look at the blue orb.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
I would take a look around and see if there's boulders.
Um,
Have I seen any boulders?
There is the huge table, giant stone chair, which I forgot about, and then there's
17.
6 braziers hanging from the ceiling with light providing light.
So no boulders.
17.
You decipher pretty quickly that this would be the control orb for the tower.
Oh.
And I want to just snoop in the chest.
Oh, and I did grab your thing of giants out, and then forgot to actually
It's not Santa.
see if there was something for him.
I hate to break it. The roof is purple.
I bet there's something.
It's red.
This looks pretty good.
Okay.
I think that's probably.
He's in the blue room or the main room?
He's the main room.
You know what?
He came down to
might
greet
be
you guys.
cousins of Santa Claus.
No, he would know who Santa Claus was.
It's locked.
You know how many cousins I have, and I don't know who they all are?
Can I prestidigitate a
Your
key?
cousin was Chris
can try.
Kringle. You would know.
What do you want me to roll?
That is fair.
Our, spell check.
Is a spell check always against intelligence?
It's always against your spellcasting model.
Which is
yeah.
intelligence.
Yeah.
I find it a particularly small place and go for
11?
it because this is not Santa Claus.
11. Yeah, you can't get it open. Yeah.
I go back to listing.
Okay.
Is that all that's in the room?
Yeah, the orb, the chest, the bed, and then there's a hole in the ceiling. Again,
Oh.
above the other one, there's another hole.
Got it.
Yeah.
Is there just one chair? There's a table. There's only one
There's a
chair.
table and one large stone chair.
Pretty tell
I
me
go and
because
sit
Where,
in
what
go
is
ahead.
wrong with
I go and
that
sit.
one?
I go and sit in the chair.
Oh, you go and sit in the chair. You don't hide. Okay.
She just pointed at me.
Well,
Oh, this one.
I'm going to do the things that you understand and then walk through the front door in my clothes.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You know
so
what
that
I mean?
they don't get too freaked out that I'm
But fortunately, you don't understand very much, so this doesn't take all night.
he just likes burning all of his spells.
So I'm now with you guys.
Welcome. You're a bit slower than the others.
Sorry, just looking around the tower. Looks good. Good tower.
Inspection's done.
Thank you. It has been my home for many years. I'm glad that you approve.
You are very big.
I know that the smaller folk find us large.
So Zephyros.
He was going to say scary, but then he looks at me and is like, "You just walked up and hugged me for no reason." So maybe not. I don't know.
I was gonna say giants love that. That's a compliment. You're very large today.
Right, Zephyros, my cousin, I was wondering, you've been up here in the sky, and there's a smaller town nearby that has a bunch of boulders dropped on it recently.
Oh, that is
Do you know the provenance of these boulders? It seems very odd that they should just fall on a village from a great height.
I've never heard of it raining stone.
I mean, either, but perhaps from your vantage, perhaps you saw something?
Well, I just arrived this morning. I mean, perhaps another Sky Fortress came over.
They're so common.
Are there many of these?
That was the exact description we got. That a Sky Fortress went over and started dropping boulders on them.
I apologize. Not all of my brethren are as careful or kind to the small folk as...
They were aiming at them. It wasn't an object of care. It was deliberate.
Some boulders also land in cups.
I apologize.
No, it's not your fault.
I
It
can
wasn't
tell
me.
you that I hold you small folk in higher regard than most of my brethren.
Why did you let us up?
Well,
Do you have a message to deliver to someone whose parents died?
Quest accepted.
I haven't known
Where is
any
the
dead
cat?
parents in some time, I don't think.
Why did you let us up?
Yes, forgive me.
Yeah, it's
My mind wanders at times.
that's on my shoulder.
I have been pondering and seeking information since the ordning was disrupted, and
You happen to know Bryn Shander?
yes, it's a small town to the up in the frozen lands
Oh,
north of
that's
here. Is that where you would like to go?
Oh, we were thinking of going to Golden Fields, but
That's far closer.
I'm curious, you know, Shalvis Mathario?
No, I don't
For a
meet
chance.
many of the small folk.
Interesting.
Why did you let us up here?
I'm so glad Clarence is not doing the questioning.
Yes, back to yes.
Yes, you just haven't heard it yet.
So since the shattering,
just
I have
started.
been
What's
seeking.
the shattering?
Do we have to shout up for him to hear us?
Not me. I'm sitting in his chair. I'm like a decent height right now.
You're still.
I think Mars would definitely have to speak up. Clarence probably as well. But some of you are not that small. Like, so for example, like you guys are probably like my 2-year-old to him, right? And he doesn't have to speak as loud as he does. Actually, he doesn't speak loud. It's the 5-year-old that tends to be.
Overheard.
That doesn't know what whispering means. We'll put it that way. I forgot the question I was answering.
What was the shattering?
It's the.
I thought he was telling us why he let us up.
Well, he was, and then there was a follow-up question, but I actually like that.
Back to the shattering.
This might be the whole session.
I just wanted to make sure that Chris never got his question.
It's the all of us Giantkin felt it, that the ordning is no more. Something has disrupted it.
The what?
The what is no more?
The ordning.
What is the ordering?
You are not aware.
Eh?
Do you not have hierarchy among your people?
On the
Yes.
Bible, we've only been
I
here
am the
for-
top.
Is this like
What hierarchy?
honoring
At
a
the
king?
bottom, I'd say. But
Depends
Is that
on
like-
the day.
Ordering, but with an extra N.
It is ORDNING, I believe. Yes.
Oh, ORD.
Ordination. Or kingship.
Ordning.
Yes.
Let me double check that I spell it correct, because this is actually a term from the Giants.
Yeah, I was going to say, do cloud giants have courts and thrones?
They have
Yeah,
giant.
ORDNING.
It's an ordination.
That's how you
Okay.
if I'm saying it the way it is.
Ah, yes. The order.
Aren't you a king?
So among all giant kin, there is an order, a hierarchy. Cloud giants are higher than hill giants. Storm giants are higher than cloud giants. Within each group, there's an there is a hierarchy between giants of the same type. It's been long this way. Many believe it was set by the god and by the gods themselves. I can't remember the giant god's name at the moment, so I'm not going to use it.
Lord up.
And that has been shattered.
Something changed recently.
So there is no hierarchy anymore, and it is all chaos
Did someone die?
among the giants.
I suspect that people are trying to reform it after their desires. And maybe that was part of this bombardment, though I don't know what smashing some small folk would do for some cloud giants.
They stole the spire.
What spire?
The dark one.
I do not know what that means, but okay. My little one.
I look at someone else. Anyone
There
else.
was a spire, a big tall obelisk in the middle of the town.
A big black rock.
oh, was there? There was.
There was. At
Oh,
one
the
point.
town was called after it.
Oh, really? Okay, I wasn't there for that episode, so.
You may, yeah.
And it
you
was
may-
scooped out of the earth.
Yeah, he hit the
ripped
hole that
from
was
the
left
bowels.
behind at one point.
Plucked
Did they have, like,
from the
room?
womb of the earth.
Torn out by its root and
That's
stem.
why it's called Dark Spire.
Yeah, so the giants, after they bombarded the town, they landed and they uprooted it and took it.
It seems like he should care.
Perhaps
As it man
this
says,
spider is part of this puzzle.
I'd like to roll an insight
Okay.
on this
I
cloud
suppose
giant.
if they did that, they assumed it held some sort of importance. Maybe they believe it to be an artifact of the old giant empire that used to spread across this land before
That
the
one.
Dragon Wars. He is a little not flighty. He seems a little absent-minded.
Why did you invite us up here?
Getting back to my question.
Can you actually bring us to Golden Fields?
If you would like to go to Golden Fields, I would be happy to transport you there on my way to the Isles.
But why are we up here?
I have a question.
Dear sir!
Skip.
Are we going to the Isles now? Aren't the Isles quite far away?
How does your magnificent stone fortress float?
Have you ever been to Waterdeep?
Have you met my uncle?
Miro.
Why are we here?
Have you seen a talking cat?
We have to.
Tell us a detail of your childhood. An old story, perhaps.
This is hurting my
Do
stomach.
you have a pet when you were a child?
Why aren't you married?
This is what's so fun about having an interrupt-driven DM.
It's just like
I'm having
pulling
trouble-
resources.
I'm having trouble differentiating between what your characters are doing and what you guys are doing because it's funny.
I'm gonna cast sleep.
Everybody else.
I am immune to sleep. But you don't know that, so cast sleep.
Mars doesn't actually talk that much, does he?
Moon
pretty quiet.
He mostly talks
He
to
chirps
Claire.
and snarls.
So, I'm headed to the Moonshay Isles, but I could take a detour.
But why are we up here?
So, in my ponderings and my efforts to gather information from my contacts elsewhere,
Are you related to Clarence?
Why are we up here?
I believe that you have some role to play.
We are
So
broken.
Hi. What kind of world might this be? Perhaps you can elucidate? Elucidate us?
When you talk
Give us a
with
little
these
more information.
beings,
Which beings?
information is not always clear. But I felt that they directed me here to find a group such as yourself, and so I will assist by transporting you to where you need to go.
What beings are these?
Can other people see them? Or are these beings just in your head?
Well, I talk with them telepathically. They are not here.
Uh-huh.
They're elsewhere.
Okay.
Can you help me?
Perhaps this one might understand. Or the really small one, I don't believe he is originally from this plane either.
I don't know what you mean.
Rex just kind of
You
snorts his
were
nose.
welcome to make an Arcana check. Clarence might make one. He actually probably has more Arcana than he does.
Rex is a materialist. He just kind of snorts his nose at any sort of idea of otherworldly things, deities, whatever.
Can you imagine how hard it would be to prove someone's insane?
13.
Because you can actually send messages
Okay.
into people's heads.
So you would know that there's magic that lets you
Schizophrenic?
contact
Right,
creatures in
right,
other
yeah.
planes, and that's the way to get information. But it can take a mental toll.
Do I have a confidence that there is a legitimate connection with this guy and some other entity?
Oh wow, I got a 20.
You might think that some of his kind of flightiness is that he may have
Symptom.
failed to do it sometimes and is still recovering.
Got it. Okay.
So he's at least attempted is probably what you gather.
But there is at least a flavor of legitimacy.
Yes, well, and he clearly has some magical prowess. As
Yeah.
the stair disappeared behind you all.
Flying rock fortress.
Yes. So Clarence surmises that he's been using contact with other plane to try and gather information. And so he probably legitimately has been talking to other people, but he also probably has suffered bouts of insanity from it.
Rex snorts again.
So
I just
other
wanna be
planes are not
clear.
always friendly, or why is he so trusting of this information and it's guiding him on the path that
He
thinks-
seems to believe that he's got people there who can give him information that is helpful. That's all I'm saying.
someone.
Zephyros, sir,
Yes.
you see that we have a role to play in
Something?
resolving this and accelerating it. Are we the good guys or the bad guys?
What role
I
might
believe
we be
you
playing?
could help form a. I believe you could be part of a solution. Again, these sorts of things are
That's great.
often open to interpretation.
What no one has described to us yet is what is the problem.
Well,
What are we solving?
That's what I just asked. Hush.
Why are we up
Me
here?
too.
Didn't get your question answered.
Is there a reason why you brought us to this place in the first place? How can we
This
help
was it.
you?
I was willing. I was wanting to offer you a ride. I guess.
Yes, we would love a ride to Golden Fields. Though I don't know why we're going to Golden Fields or why we don't go further. And if you have a ride, we could go anywhere.
Mars doesn't trust him and wants
Did
to
you
try
want
and
to
kill him.
go?
Where
I
would
mean,
you like
I
to
don't
go?
want to do
Deeply
detour too far
dissatisfied.
from the Moonshade
Deeply,
Isles,
deeply.
but if
Other
we would
planes?
rather go
It's not okay.
somewhere else,
It's not okay.
we could go to.
I know where we want to go. We want to go where we can solve this problem. Where would that be?
I'm not certain.
Is this problem the ordning?
That is, from my point of view, that's one of the largest problems in the world at this time.
How do you know that there's a problem with the order? Isn't it just an agreement amongst you giants of who's on top and who's
Just slay the king and take a new one. What's the problem here?
Okay, I gotta look up the name here so that I don't butcher it.
Got a problem,
not?
kings?
Is there
Slay.
some kind of magical property with this?
How many hit points does Zephyros
Or
have?
it is?
What's Zephyros AC?
More than you.
Is the cloud giants are like CR 15 or something.
Probably more than 3 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
I bet we could
Trying
take
to
it down.
remember.
200?
More
So,
than 3 Eldritch
14
Blasts.
AC.
Zephyros, I have a deep,
There we go.
interesting question I'd like to ask you outside the tower.
Personal.
It
personal.
is not a mere social contract. It is upheld by Anam himself, or it was until recently. I felt it. I believe other giants felt it. The trouble in your town, I think, is a symbol of it.
That is not our town.
Well, if you don't honor this Anam,
So,
then he's not your king.
I don't know who Anam is.
Oh, that's the
Oh,
person you
Anam.
just said.
Anam is
Problem, right? This is the problem?
he.
You
is-
forget things a lot.
There are a lot of you. I spend most of my time here on my own. I'm not used to so much conversation.
Listen, if there's a king or cloud giant that's causing problems, they claim to be the throne or...
Anam is not a king.
well.
He's the All-Father of the Giants,
And if that's the
the
problem,
Elder God.
we can slay them.
What's the secret
You're
rating
signing
of
up
all
to slay a
five?
god?
did you hear him say God?
Well, I'll do that after I kill the dragon.
I
Dragon
don't
God,
know
it's
that.
just
I
progression.
don't know that slaying him would. I think that would throw the ordning farther out of balance. I don't
Perhaps
think it
he's
would
not on this
reestablish
plane
it.
anymore? Did he leave it or something?
Did-
That's why
I
It's
don't
a very
believe that
challenging kingdom. I don't understand
Any
it.
deities are on this plane.
Did you lose contact with your deity?
What I'm hearing is you can take us to Golden Fields.
Yes.
What button do I push to make that happen?
Well, I will take care of steering the
I
tower.
want to learn how to steer your boat.
I would appreciate it. I don't have
Can I drive the boat?
accommodations for
Fortress.
people
I want to drive the boat.
your size.
My size?
Is this Mars? Well, any of
Or
your
be like
size.
this big.
is-
Did you say you people?
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
I have to go to the bathroom.
If you would like to stand on the edge of the cloud, it's quite safe. You can.
Will you show me the edge of the cloud? Now's our chance to push you off.
It's like, what does this button do?
What size category is the giant?
Very large.
Extra.
Huge, I think.
Oh, I heard it.
Ginormous.
And evidently
super
they can
size.
float.
They're huge.
Okay, so my pike, if I attack a creature, I can, if it's large or smaller,
Do
I
not
can push
attack
it
the
5
giant.
feet.
He's nice.
Yeah, well, we'll tell you he has 200 hit points. His strength is +8, and he has spells above what any of you can guess.
Sounds like a challenge.
So what we have to do is we have to push him off.
Surprise.
Yes.
And hope he doesn't have any spells prepared.
Ensure there are no initiative.
While
rolls.
they're asleep. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
You know sleep.
Hold person.
And I think that he would have to roll. The only way he could.
He was telling about this. This is the fight where we all die.
If you guys want to make this a fight where you
I told you it's going to be the last one.
He said to you, he was going to go wrap up there at the end.
Wait, are we level 4 already?
Can we level up to 10 now?
I forget who he was talking to. Us.
Oh, kill him.
I don't
What level will
have
we-
accommodations for people of your size. So if you want to camp out down here, I don't advise. I ask you not to go to my chambers, and don't advise you go any higher than that either, for your own safety.
Can I drive?
Just say no.
It is a complicated magical rites to control
You need a Cloud Fortress license. I'm sorry.
tower.
I'm pretty sure I've got one of those.
And the
Greg?
controls are
Cloud Fortress.
on the off limits.
Meta question.
Yes.
You seem to have a problem saying no when someone asks you a question.
Well, so I'm trying to play
He
him
believes
as a
in
much
gentle
gentler
parenting.
person. Like
Yeah.
he's on the verge, like of
Losing it and
lucidity.
killing us all.
And he's trying
So-
to be gentle, especially after you told him that his brother and like killed a bunch of you.
Out of game, can I borrow your car?
No,
Thank you.
please. I am
I
a
have
good
a
friend to
license.
have because I have a hard time saying no. If you ask me to do something, I will probably help you.
I feel like we've all learned something.
I asked you to ride bikes today, and you said no.
No, I said
He can-
I
he can
almost
be
fixed my bike so I
qualified.
could join you.
Can we level up to 10 now?
So
Why are we up here?
Is it Golden Fields that you would like to go?
Do you want me to go to the Isles first?
So,
If
No,
we
that's
were
Meta.
past.
meta to all the
fast.
players at this table.
it's
As far as I
further.
know, we're
Golden
going
Field's
to
on its way
Golden
to the
Fields just
Isles.
because it's there.
Oh, the cat.
We didn't really have any reason to go to Golden Fields
The
otherwise.
cat.
Well, the cat.
The cat.
the cat and the
But if we don't go, we get to keep the cat.
After the fact,
That's
we got the cat.
That seems like a punishment to me.
always. You can always complete the quest.
We
with
got the cat and the mission because we said we were going there. But we said we were going there because we didn't have any other place
Yeah,
to
there's
go.
no-
I want to meet Miros the Yeti.
That's fair
He's
enough.
my favorite NPC ever. Did you see that picture?
Does Spice
I'm,
give you like
but
a,
still,
like a
in
rundown?
meta, is there some reason? Do we any of us know why we're going there?
No.
We're going to bring the cat. We agreed to tell them that they're
Meta, you can use your normal voice.
Somebody could throw the cat off of the Cloud Fortress and assume it will land.
My
and
normal
fly to
voice?
Golden
What are you
Fields.
talking about?
It's called method acting.
All right.
I would.
So I will. So in game, I'm meta. Yes, we're going to Golden Fields. We don't know why.
But if we were to go to where
We know
you need
why.
us to
Why
go
the
to do
cat?
the ordering thing for you with us and you, where would that be?
I don't know.
How many levels do we get if we do that instead?
I say,
Can we
we
skip to
call it
the
cloud
end
taxi?
chapter because the DM might not.
Wait, if we kill the cat, how many levels is that?
The cat
Lose a level.
Mars wants to eat the
You're
cat.
not going to eat the cat.
The cat looks delicious.
Negative. 10 experience. Fine.
Fine, let's go
The
to
cat is
Golden
like the
Fields.
same size as you.
I know it'd be a fair fight.
No,
I
okay,
don't know.
cat.
I mean, the cat might have the best on you. Your aim is not so
And the
good.
cat can fly too, so.
Cotton ball slowly rising up. It was sitting on the bottom before. Now it's not quite the bottom.
No, it's on the bottom.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then it's just
How-
It might be poofing out.
How many days or fortnights or fractional
Fort.
nights of forts will it take us to reach Golden Fields with your skyboat?
I think 3 or 4 days to get
Oh,
there.
pretty good.
No, that is.
So it moves at a walking pace.
That's half of what it.
Half. Okay. Right. Because we're half a 10-day.
That's a 3/10 of a.
Yeah, and then I realized that it should be closer to 6 days, so I
But shouldn't it be half
added
of
the
one
hyphen
day?
7.
Because we can go through the night.
Yeah.
Should be 2 days.
Where
Also,
will we
it also
sleep?
goes in a
Because
straight
we
line.
can't get up to the beds.
What minutes?
What beds?
As I said, I ask that you camp down here. I apologize. I don't have any accommodations for small folk.
He's lying.
He's got his one giant bed up there, which you all could fit in, I guess. But
I look around and I see all the small spaces.
Is this a totally empty chamber?
there's a stone chair, a giant table, and then 6 lights.
I'll go walk
What
over
do
and
you
jump
eat?
up on a stone chair and like,
He's
stick my
sitting on
feet
it right now.
ways. All right, well, I'll go,
Lot of
lay,
time.
go sit up against the wall.
What do you eat?
It's a giant's chair. I'm sitting in it.
Rex is looking over the side of the window and just spitting out the window. Watching the spit fall in the wind.
Lots of different things. I tend to have more plant-based diet than most of my brethren, even other cloud giants. I
You eat clouds?
live simply.
Do you have any rocks?
Ooh, do you have giant cucumbers?
Giant cucumbers? I could go see what
Yeah, what's
Food
that
stuffs
stuff
I
that
have,
a cloud
but I-
giant eat?
wasn't exactly prepared to
Large.
be an inn.
Vegetables? Or
Was that a no?
maybe a lot of small
I
vegetables.
will leave you to decide how you'd like to camp out here. I need to go get us moving if we are to head to Golden Fields, not Brynshire.
I'm gonna
He
go
begins
look.
to float.
The
I'm-
giant floats?
Yeah, he casts levitate on himself and levitates up through the hole.
I'm gonna go look around outside the tower.
All the cloud out there is firm.
Who just did that?
I'm gonna do it again.
Who said it was all ship shape?
I'm looking again. And I walk out the door.
Okay.
And then I wanna watch what he's doing.
Okay. You go look through the stained glass windows. Is that
I mean, if he's focused on the orb, I think I can just get in there.
okay? Well, I think that somebody's gonna notice you unless you roll really well in your stealth.
Can I see through the stained glass window?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the time to recast my familiar.
Okay.
Ooh, is there...
What do you cast the dice?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay. Let me know. Yeah. Think about that so we can.
What do I
Follow
see
those
through the
when I
stained
drop
glass
it.
window?
So he's up there. He goes to the orb. He spends a little bit of time. You see the thing. You can tell the thing's drifting. You gotta kind of hold on so you drift with it. And then he goes and he sits on his bed, and he begins casting a spell. And then he sits, and he seems to be in thought or conversation with something unseen.
Do I see anything above?
Give me a perception check.
Definitely others.
And well, okay.
Is that racial?
I don't know.
Ooh, 3.
3. Yeah. The tower goes up quite high. From what you've seen of the two levels, you're pretty sure that there's at least a third level.
I'm gonna kind of head in that direction while clinging to the tower. Do I see any point of entry?
If you get towards the very top of the tower, you see this big arch way that you could go in.
I will go in.
Okay.
Everyone roll initiative.
You find yourself here, coming in through this archway, and there is a number of nests there that you could sleep in. Let me see. Let me roll one of these to see. There are 4 griffins there. In the 4 nests. I only have 3 in there because I made the room too small. But
There's the 4th.
there's 4 yes. And they look at you.
Roll
I go back to inspect the ground
Okay.
floor,
You go back down.
and then I walk back inside.
I was going to imagine you went up through the hole and they decided to eat you because no one was going to be able to come help you except for maybe Mars. He can fly, I think.
All right.
But I'm
Outside looks tip top, and I start grooming myself.
Okay.
So is he gone? Like we're all hanging.
So he
out
went
in
up through
city?
the hole in the ceiling
Right.
and
Is he going to come back at some point during the next 3 days, or is he just gone?
he might. We'll see.
Is there a toilet?
No.
You don't see a chamber pot. Well, you don't see a toilet. You see yeah.
Cloud giants.
Is there a trap door in this
A chamber pot for a 24-foot tall thing is not what I would. Yeah.
You don't want to be near that.
No.
That was actually what fell on the village.
It's not a chamber pot; it's just a chamber.
The rain's got to come from somewhere.
Does he just like poop on the floor below him? Because that's us. I'm gonna sleep outside now. Wait, he might throw it outside the window. I don't know where I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep underneath something.
By the way, I've summoned my Sphinx of Wonder, the little cat with wings that's kind of
Okay.
colored.
Forecast is golden showers with
That reminds me.
chance of poop droppings.
I don't think it's the game that great at this. We're trying everything.
This is why Greg is done with the ending.
I'm like Greg's getting into
I'm actually
it.
moving because of this.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, oh, thank God.
So I have a problem saying no, or I could just pick up my whole life and go somewhere else. That seems easier.
Problem solved.
This I think
Okay.
there's probably people
I
who
have
feel
a
that way.
problem saying no.
Hang on,
and
as
they
he
have a hard
as
problem
you see the
listening to it.
Sphinx appear in his casting, and then you
Sphinx?
this
My familiar.
You're familiar. His little Sphinx.
It looks like this.
So that appears, and then it occurs to you that you don't know where Mars is.
Your own little familiar.
Which Mars?
Me. There's only one
Yeah.
Mars.
Have you all seen Mars? Where did he go?
Oh, I'm
Would
sure
I-
he's around here somewhere.
Would I have seen him?
He always wanders off. I'm not that concerned about it. I said, did he go outside? Perchance?
Would I have seen him?
Question is where am I getting my rations?
I didn't see him.
I need my double rations.
Where's my cat? Is my cat around? Is he still sitting on my shoulder? Mars was looking at him with strange eyes the other day. I want to keep him safe.
So as you look around, you find you find the cat with its wings. You also find a small, like 2 foot long lizard dragon thing.
Lizard dragon?
Where did we
Yeah,
find this?
It's a pseudo dragon under the table, sleeping.
That's crazy. That's one of the other things I could have had.
Is a lizard dragon under the table sleeping? Where did this come from?
Did that eat the cat?
Gee.
No, he found the cat.
Oh.
Gee. You can't find Mars. You did find that thing. Completely coincidental, I'm sure.
What, do you know, did you know that Mars is a
Liar? Yes.
Mars
dragon?
turned into a pseudo-dragon?
pseudo dragon?
But I know that his entire appearance was an illusion. I kind of suspected that a long time ago.
Aye, Kingsley.
Yeah,
a dragon under the table. What are you going to do about it?
It's a pseudo-dragon, it's not a real dragon.
Dragon adjacent?
Alright, fine, I'll smack the thing. I take a swing at it.
While I'm sleeping?
You have advantage.
Hey, stop.
I don't know what
We
to
think
roll in
that's
this.
Mars. Stop.
21.
I'm pretty sure that hits Mars.
That hits.
You go for it, good Scott.
Yeah, I wake up.
8 damage.
Okay, wait. Paige, shout. How do you, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you sound like or what your personality is, so I'm gonna just give it completely to you.
Ah! I don't actually know exactly what noise I would make, but I take a minute.
Wiki wiki dragon.
Why?
Why
Does
are
it
you
look like a dragon?
Why do you hit your own?
Is this like the dragon talking back?
Yeah, the silver dragon's talking to you.
It's like, you're not Mars?
You're not me.
Look at you.
What are you talking about?
I am Mars.
You're a dragon?
Clearly.
Aye?
Why did you hit me?
I'm very confused.
Oh, you certainly don't look like one of our friends.
He didn't recognize you, and he hits things that look like dragons.
Mars, is that you?
Yes.
Is it really you?
Truly.
What's my favorite meal?
I give you rations.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that's it. It checks out. Apologies. I didn't know that
You're a
you
dragon?
were a dragon.
Have you been hiding?
Pseudo-dragon.
Have you been hiding your true form from us?
I give you more rations.
Like, Ed is very trusting. Like, he just assumed everybody is who they say they are. So, like,
I accept the rations.
I have not been hiding my true form.
well, you certainly didn't look like this yesterday, or even 10 minutes ago, for that matter.
Well, technically
Deep-
that was yesterday.
Deep concentration comes over me as I scratch my face that still is throbbing from pain. Why did you hit me?
I hit your tail.
It,
It smashed.
Your sword is longer than he is. Just gonna throw that out there.
It was a maul.
So,
you hit me with a ball?
Yeah. Big flat edge.
Clarence, can you heal Flibberty Gibbet?
Maybe like a golf swing. That'd be.
Okay. I have to see what spells Clarence has.
I'm sure he has cure wounds.
Yeah, but I don't actually know how to
You might have one that doesn't
Nobody
require a
passed
spell
today's
slot
status
too.
on day.
Make it so.
Yeah. He rolled an 18 to cure my wounds. Does that help?
All the wounds cured.
I think it's 2d8 plus probably 4
Okay, you're fine.
for him.
I'm
Yeah.
back to. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go
Oh,
hide,
see, no harm
hide,
done.
fly up and try and find a moment alone to like
And this is why
evaluate.
I'm sorry,
You're,
Mars.
you're up on one of the chains of the lights hanging from the
I
high
didn't
ceiling.
know.
this is why I find some place to sleep where I'm hiding from all of them.
Is there any
You turned into a
way I
dragon
can look
too?
and see what my reflection is?
If you want to ask Zoro.
And you can trust me.
Oh, you can
Zorro.
You turned into a
Yes!
plus-size dragon when
Do you have that mirror?
This one?
Which
Oh, me.
one?
Sorry.
The big one.
Okay.
Would you hold
how
it,
it
please?
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
Zorro, are you hiding anything?
I don't think I have arms, do I?
So
like
you're
little short arms.
like a wormling?
Yeah, like a little screw.
so here.
Yeah,
Here's
this
some-
is what it looks like.
Yeah. That's just,
Yeah, it's very cute.
So you got wings and.
I was actually
claws
debating
and-
between this and my Sphinx of Wonder. That's so familiar.
Well, that would have
More
been funny.
dragons.
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
I'll hold up the mirror.
You're like a really tiny
Hey,
small.
Mars, I thought you were a closet.
I look at myself and I recast the standard elf illusion that you rolled me in my head.
But
It's gonna
That's
be
a
really
dragon?
weird.
Yes.
So, because of the way you are, like the elf's eyes are looking like at the ground.
Yeah,
with,
so
like,
you
the
can't
top
see
of your
anything.
head. Yeah. Well, he can still see through it because it's illusion. Yeah. Yeah. So now you have look kind of like a snake that stuck its head in a bucket.
Did you know you were a
I
dragon?
just sit down dejectedly, pondering. This is interesting.
Let's stay with this moment.
Well, that was weird. I'm gonna go sit in the corner. Since my mirror's out, I'm gonna brush my
So
hair.
I'd just like to say, I just want to know, are any of you other people like hiding yourselves, your true form?
I am not.
It's like
hiding
now
myself.
would be a good time to come out and let us know.
I take off all my clothes.
What you see is what you get.
Hey! And I take off mine as well.
It's like
I also
That would be
expect
a
my
very
aura to make
dishonest
sure
thing
that it's
to
all
do.
the
Alright,
same
good,
color
yeah.
that I expected before. And I'm
we've
not
all seen you
transforming
naked so many
against my
times.
will.
Like clearly, that's who you are. There's no doubt in my mind. Hey,
All right.
Oh,
Put my
just-
robe back on.
all right. Well, none of you seem to be concerned that we have a dragon amidst us instead of a closet. But don't know really the difference anyhow.
We've had a dragon this whole time.
You might get your.
Yeah.
And we lost one party member tonight.
Hey, see the other chandelier, not the one you're in? Can you hit it with a Eldritch Blast? I want to see if you're more accurate as a dragon than you are as a closet.
I'm not a party trick with foot.
You kind of are.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I appreciate you highlighting my
I just want to see you cast that Eldritch Blast and see if it's more accurate now.
Okay,
Thanks.
I'm not gonna do it.
It's very passive aggressive. Alright, well,
All right, well,
he is who he is, I guess.
I guess so.
It just, it just kind of caught me
If it
off
makes
guard.
you that
so-
mad, you can cast it at me.
It doesn't make me mad.
Here, cast
That's
it on
not
me.
what makes me mad.
Do me back. Even Stevens, right?
So you say this was a dragon kind? What dragon?
Well, you would recognize it as a pseudo dragon.
Pseudo
Right?
dragon?
Because your knowledge of animals and.
Well, I didn't know if I knew.
Neither
about
are you.
dragons.
Fair.
Now you're gonna make me decide whether. Yeah, look it up because I don't think they're actually draconic. I think they're creatures.
In the new player's manual.
No,
Well,
dragon is a tiny dragon.
Really? Even though it's called a pseudo dragon,
Is
it's
there
Tiny dragon.
is there a pseudo wolf? I would love a small wolf.
I am struggling.
a dog.
While you're saying I'm struggling to.
a pseudo closet.
Oh, it is a tiny dragon. Okay, so maybe you wouldn't.
The
know
same
that.
way I was
Coyote?
pseudo billionaire.
I'm not mad that I smacked it.
I'm just
like
saying
you would
sorry.
be.
Really, yeah, it's on point.
Coyotes are cat.
I-
Are cats.
I'm surprised you stopped.
Yeah.
Dingo. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Dingo temperament-wise might be closer than coyote.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose there are
There are many
some
questions.
dragons.
I'm sure there are many questions about my forms. I nod.
Do you change
Nod.
forms often?
I nod.
Do you remember your prior form?
I still nod.
But more hesitantly?
Yes.
Like, yes, nod? He's acknowledging it? Yeah. Do you have a choice of when you change forms?
I'm trying to imagine a lizard that's like long on all fours, like a Komodo dragon, nodding its head.
Some questions are more dangerous than other questions.
Because some of these questions you can't actually tell us.
I just look at you. Quizzically.
Are you in trouble, little man?
Blink twice.
Yes, the DM has him in an abusive relationship.
Is there a way I can communicate with you that you can give me answers indirectly?
I hope we can find out.
Okay. Is there a language we can speak freely? Can you speak Draconic?
I can.
Can you answer me directly in Draconic?
Oh, that's right. I've got to go figure out what language you speak now and update my list.
Well, are you beholden to someone or something?
And you can speak Sylvan now, which our druid can't. That's useful.
Oh, that is useful.
To Dream Camp.
I'm gonna.
You don't speak Sylvan. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You have many
Which
questions.
you would be the most
I do.
natural candidate. You were an elf. Anyway, a druid.
They are very good questions.
We'll leave it at that.
I'm gonna. When I message someone, they can message me
I
back.
hope
Yes.
to have answers to your questions.
I'm gonna message him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be like, "Can you talk to me here?"
You're naked, even inside his head.
And I'm doing a little shimmy. What about here?
Oh.
There's no escape.
But I'm genuinely curious.
I cannot.
Goodbye.
Shimmy out. Send a few images with it. Squeeze out.
It's quite the revelation.
So I want to do an Arcana check
Okay.
on our little pseudo dragon friends, just to see if there's anything. What is controlling his answers is Arcana based.
Okay.
Total of a 10.
Roll a 10. Magic could probably make him not say things.
That's almost useful.
Yeah, you've heard of magic controlling people in various ways, and so making certain subjects taboo doesn't seem unrealistic at all.
So I might not know about magical effects, but I do want to gather a little additional insight from his expressions and nuances of how he answered the questions. See if I can't figure out, like, is he being forced to in some way?
It's just like a caramel M&M.
It's 11.
Whatever. So,
I'm not impressed.
he's a little hard to read because he's less humanoid than he was even before.
But I'm a
You
dragon,
also-
so
you
easier to
also-
read for you.
Exactly, yeah.
You also pick up that, like, it's Mars, but it's like his personality is way different. Like, it's a different Mars.
Oh, that's interesting.
He's much.
Less spicy.
Yeah, well, yeah,
A little less spice this time
A little
around.
smoother.
Yeah.
I shout out, "Hey Zephyros!"
And you feel like he does want to share more with you. But
Yeah, but he's
doesn't
holding
seem like-
back.
It doesn't seem like he can get it out.
And the questions that around if someone or something was forcing him, do I get the impression that indeed there is, like, someone?
I think you'd be smart to pick up, like, if he were controlling it, it seemed weird that, like, if he could control this, that he wouldn't be able to tell you. Right? That if someone were forcing him to be
I'm just
quiet.
I'm trying to distinguish if it's like a magical effect or if there's like he's beholden to someone or something.
So what I'll say is you would pick up that it must be something controlling him because if he were doing it, why wouldn't he be able to tell you that he was doing it? It's kind of
Okay.
While they're all talking, I'm brushing my hair, but under my breath, I'm going to do a little incantation. I'm going to do detect magic.
okay.
I'd also
And
like
I'm
to
calling him
mul-
Zephyros.
I'd like
How
to
long do you think
multi-class-
we've been doing this since he left? Sorry.
Well, it's been an hour because my
Oh,
familiar
you're
came out.
familiar. Okay.
It's been a
Yeah.
day.
We are at the town.
And back.
Let me
We have
roll
actually
to
had 2
see.
sleeps.
I thought this was like
Okay.
next morning, 'cause
He
we-
says, yes.
Wait, I'd like to multi-class.
Someone
the
turned our
bears.
closet into a dragon. Do you know who did this and why? Or did you do this and can you undo it?
You're asking that for us?
Curious. You what? Someone
You lost your
caused
closet?
polymorph on your closet?
Yes.
Nobody said
Or something.
polymorph.
I don't know. It's a magic thing.
Does
I'm shouting because I'm shouting in game and I don't need to shout. because you're-
Well, it is 100 feet up to the.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you are only. You were that far away from me.
Dramatic effect.
Give me some time to finish my notes. I will come see what I can do.
does my detect magic find anything?
You have like the trailing threads of the Find Familiar spell. But there's more wispies, like these threads in the weave of kind of like the dissipating magic from the summons than you would expect, given when the spell is cast. And they're kind of, and they're spread. They're not as localized. Like there doesn't appear to be like a single point that they're like dispersing from, like you would expect.
Because you
from the
could
casting.
compare it with me and my familiar.
Yeah.
This is him.
Oh, because I would.
Because he casts Find Familiar, and so you're seeing the residual of that, but it's stronger than you'd expect given how long it's been, and it's it's filling up more of the space than you'd expect. It's not
No
like
news there, though.
obvious the center of it. After about 10-15 minutes, he floats down. So you
Would you have noticed him casting something, Zephyros?
When I looked through, I
He
did
was
see him
casting
casting something.
Get like upstairs, though, right?
I didn't do a.
can do an Arcana check. If you
Yeah, I'll
want
do
to
it
try to-
now. Retro. Oh, that's not gonna be much. 7.
You see, when Sean says that's not going to be much, it's like 30.
No. No, I rolled my hit die and it was 1.
So what he was
So sorry,
casting
it must have been dramatic.
was take. I don't know how long did you watch him for?
An hour, creepily.
I rolled
Like,
46.
was it like 10 seconds and you lost interest, or was it like a minute or two? Or
A minute or two. I mean,
5 numbers.
I am still
yeah.
accomplished.
Based on what I told you before, yeah. So it took him like a minute to cast the spell, and then he seems to be like lost in thought, maybe conversing.
Oh, right. No, I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he was
Yeah, but so you're from that you'd guess it was some sort of communication spell,
right. He was
Okay.
but longer than most of the ones you're familiar with.
doing
Yes.
doing
Long distance messaging.
dial up with the other plane.
There was another question that I needed to answer.
Asking to fix him.
So you cast polymorph on your closet, and now you want me to
I can't
undo
cast
it?
anything. Did you cast this? What turned him into this? Is it something in your house? Do small folk in your house turn into other things?
Well, there haven't been
randomly?
any small folk here, but I've never.
There was
heard of
one, and look what happened to
such a
him. We're all
very-
bigger than
very,
him.
Well, you were already all bigger than him.
I know. So is this what's going to happen to us in another hour?
I don't think so.
Well, it wouldn't happen to me. Only you become dragons. I mean, nothing wrong with being a dragon, right?
We are now.
Yeah, it's all natural. I mean,
Let me. He like looks at you, like he's expecting you to say something as he like reaches for you.
Go on.
just put out your arms.
May I?
May you what?
May I examine you more closely?
You may.
He picks you up. And this is like,
Did not expect
his
that.
finger is very large. He like prods you and like turns you over.
Gives you a wet willy.
No, you want to watch that in? You want to watch that?
It appears here that you have a pseudo dragon. but it can.
That's something I would say.
It is not normal for pseudo dragons to be able to speak. This is quite remarkable.
You know what?
He called
You
me
could be a
remarkable.
member of our party.
Right. You've been
Well, I
looking
have
for
my
it in the event.
studies that I need to get to. We could try slapping him if it's a polymorph.
I already
spell.
tried that.
You might be able to force him back to his shape that way. I
Your slap could kill him.
do not have the magical energy needed to undo a spell like that. Though
You haven't
I feel like this is not some ongoing magical effect, but a change that has happened and is complete. He's still just like handling you like you're
An item.
like a book or like
felt it on my foot.
you're just
I'm a tiny dragon.
you're a tiny dragon, and he is. Yes. I perhaps could seek information about this.
That'd be great.
Well, first of all, let me say there's nothing wrong
He sets him on
with
the
being a
table.
dragon.
Would I know?
Can you set him back down on the floor? He can't get down from there.
Downside
got
is
wings.
my HP
Oh,
has
you do
halved.
have one.
Kind of meta question. Is there going to be a discernible difference between casting
I'm
detect
trying to-
magic
I'm trying to
go quite a
versus
bit.
identify?
Used to be that
So
you say
detect
that I can
magic.
smash it.
In
Well, he's
theory,
my friend.
if there's magic and if
Yeah,
you
I
concentrate, you can find like the school and whether it's strong or weak. Identify gives you much more detail about like the properties a magical weapon would have instead of like its evocation would be like it's a +1 sort of.
But would I know? I assume I would know that. I would know what to expect whether I touched him and did identify whether I would get valuable information or not.
Yeah. So like if he is a familiar, identify wouldn't tell you anything after the spell is cast because it's not. It's kind of an instantaneous effect opposed to some like ongoing magical thing.
Yeah.
Also, I think identify takes like an hour to cast. I don't remember.
My cousin. Before you leave again, you have a question
No,
for me?
instant
He's floating off the.
He's already gone.
casting time 1 minute.
No, he's like halfway off. He's like a foot
It's
off
like-
the ground, floating.
Yeah, quick
Yes?
question for you. You said we had some role to play. It's like, could you give us an idea of what that is?
If I knew, I would be happy to give you more guidance.
But clearly, if you don't know, then there's no role for us to play.
There,
Didn't make much sense.
the entities have mentioned that a large difference can be made by
Mars wants to jump in. Often when communing with other planes, the message is not direct and clear, so one must interpret and deal with the ambiguity of that interpretation. Yes?
I know that I was.
I don't like this new Mars.
Want me to hit it again?
You seem a
See if we can change the
tad
channel.
more articulate than you were in your last form.
I can't comment on that.
Wraithfoot is just fascinated on how you move those teeth and the tongue and actually form words.
I actually don't at all. It just, the sound just appears.
Oh, okay. All right.
I knew I was to look out for a group of individuals, diverse like yourself, out of place, as it seems that you were maybe more capable than expected to find in such a small town. But I don't have all the details I would like at this time. I don't know what other business you may have been on. Maybe you continue to pursue it. I don't know.
There are many businesses I'm on and currently looking for the origin of these runes. I kind of like show them my scarf and the runes that are on them. It's like, have you seen things like this before?
Oh, those are interesting.
This, I might need to look at some of my books, but this one here, he points to one of your runes. I've seen that before. And now I've got to look up something because That's what happens when you're pulling from like 12 sources. I think I
Game assets loading.
Yeah.
Game assets loading.
Beach ball.
Oh, no.
You only got something in the corner. It's doing something. Spinning, filling.
Okay.
Update required.
Yeah.
Restart now.
Download update.
DLC $39.99.
Yeah.
Erasing everything, start over?
The,
Your NVIDIA video game drivers are out of date.
Yeah. Would you like to install the new ones?
Okay. What did he call himself here?
Zephyros?
No, I'm trying to think what the glyph is. The glyph signifies.
I did not like the M&Ms. On the record to show.
He wants more M&Ms.
I do not.
Those caramel?
Caramel coffee.
I have
cold brew coffee.
Okay.
That seems wrong.
It is.
They're second.
They're better
not
than
even. Not even second. They are worse than the peanut butter and jelly M&Ms. The peanut butter and jelly M&Ms are at the bottom.
I love
and
those.
now the caramel ones are at the bottom. And
the
PB&J
jelly's at the
ones-
bottom. This is one step above jelly.
No, I need to
So standing on the jelly.
I stand.
We're
by.
arguing over M&Ms to give the DM time to load on the next.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
See the train start populating.
Ah, yes. Texture is rendering.
Yeah, and then it fills in the fidelity.
This one
I'm sure somebody's gets to leave these.
means weavers.
Weavers.
Yes.
Weavers of what?
I will have to. May I borrow this to write these down and compare them to other notes I have?
I am my cousin, but I need it back.
It shouldn't take me too long.
Aye, okay.
He-
I unwind it and like give it to him.
He goes up. Okay.
I hope we're not causing problems.
No, you're fine. No, it actually. I worried that I spent a bunch of time this week
World building.
preparing further out than I needed to, and like neglecting reminding myself the stuff that we were going to do last week.
All the shenanigans.
And so it is kind of nice to be like, oh yeah, I actually just read about this on like Monday. I just don't remember which words are informative but not too informative that I want to give out.
Okay.
And that was something I've been meaning to think about. Anyway, yeah. And it was interesting because some of the stuff is actually less work for me to tie in than I originally remembered. Anyway, the monoliths in particular.
Quest
Quite
accepted.
nicely.
I'm just going to fly around because I've realized while I'm in the chandelier that I now just fly by default. So I'm just going to be flying around.
Well, and by the way, I don't know how many hit dice do you have as a pseudo dragon.
I have half of what I had.
So how many hit dice?
So I have 3d4.
3d4. Do make it 4d4.
Okay.
Because you're level 4, so
Okay.
you would yeah.
So that was the one downside is I have half of the HP as I did as a quarter.
Which was not much to begin with.
But my AC went up by 1.
Hard to hit.
I can fly. I will be in the
Except
air.
when you're sleeping, which I found out you're very easy to hit.
You almost killed me.
Do you need a dentist for like jaw surgery?
Yeah, it was like you literally almost killed me.
Collapsed
I
lung.
had 12 HP.
What's a lost foot or two between friends? I mean,
That would have been so funny if you had killed me.
No, in this case,
and you're dead.
like critical.
okay.
We never found out where Mars was.
Wait, did we attack the giant? The giant?
No, no.
No idea where Mars was.
So
but I
he
killed
comes
this dragon.
back after like 20 minutes, and he gives you the
I was wanting
scarf
to kill a
back.
dragon.
He says,
I did it.
I have written them
Quest
down.
done.
I will try to spend some time on this before we reach Golden Fields.
Very nice of you, cousin. Thank you.
And then he floats back up. Okay. During this travel, is there anything that you guys want to do? Is there any like routine?
Yes,
that
a
you have?
random encounter.
I have
roll
a
for
non-random encounter, but I'm interested in whether or not you're keeping watch. Is
I would-
what I was
I would
trying not
like-
to say directly.
I would very much like to go to the bathroom off the side of the cloud fortress.
You may. I don't know how a pseudo dragon does that. If he lifts his leg or
Few
stands
cities
on his
going
hind
by,
legs.
like wait for it.
Crystals.
There's something involving a tail and flapping of wings, I'm sure.
Oh sure.
We bond with this.
Yeah, because we're dragons. Except I can fly.
So Dragonborns don't necessarily have to be descended from dragons, and I
They don't
secretly
fly.
hold some animosity towards you.
But he feels bad that he tried to cut off your
But I
tail.
feel bad because
He
you're my
almost killed me.
you're my friend.
Did they change that? Since when do Dragonborns are not?
Well, it depends on the setting.
It depends on your setting,
Yeah.
so you can decide.
Yeah. So I went. When we were talking about this before, I went with the Forgotten Lores.
So
the
I'm
Forgotten
not a
Realms
real
lore,
dragon.
which is that they were slaves to dragons, and
Yeah.
so there's animosity there. I don't remember if they're actually dragons.
So we're going with that. I'm not a real dragon.
Yeah.
And
But he definitely has a
I'm not
dragon.
descended from dragons.
So do you hate me? Because I had written down that I really like you. Is this going to be awkward?
Roll
Yeah,
a
That's definitely a hate.
Yep.
what's
All
my
right.
deception?
Interesting.
Wait,
I 8. I got an 8 on
I have
deception.
an unreasonable amount of
No,
effect on
no,
you.
no, no.
I assume you're a larger dragon.
Whoa. Okay, fine. I'm not a dragon.
I assume you're a larger dragon.
Why not dragon if dragon shaped?
That's a little more complicated than that.
think the answer to your
can't
question is
fly.
no.
But can't
I'm
fly.
doing this like all night long.
Breathe fire?
Breathes fire.
Why not dragon if dragon shaped?
Yeah, breathe fire. Aye.
I don't breathe fire.
Dragons have enslaved our people. I have present company excluded.
I couldn't enslave you. You were much larger than
There's my lie roll. 19 plus whatever my lying is. I guess it's 20 deception.
I innately trust everyone.
But I do have strong bond towards friends and honor. And if this truly is Mars, then he is my friend. And I won't hit you again with my maul. I'm sorry.
What are you going to hit him with next time?
I got plenty of things.
I'm glad to
The
hear that.
Great sword, the long sword, the short sword.
So now we have 2 dragons.
No.
Yeah, I feel like Greg has like 5 pages of material. I think we've gotten through the first paragraph of the first page.
We've
No,
had
you're fine.
a not dragon and a
So
Dragon.
we're transitioning
Into
between
something
like mini
specific,
arcs, and I
would it come
prepared the
back
whole
as
next
something
arc, which I know
dangerous?
we're not going to get to in a single night, and so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Would you be you?
I'm always me.
Are you ever not you?
That's a question we all ask ourselves from time to time, isn't it?
There
I'd like
are
to-
tiny spaces in here, right? Or is it really that Spartan and bare?
That's pretty Spartan and bare, which is really well. You wouldn't know
There's
that.
no
yeah.
place to hide.
You can hide under the chair, under the tables. You could. I mean, you guys have got your stuff. I don't know where you piled it up. If you want to try to.
Well, I'll cast bonfire to make it warm.
If he hides,
And I can also go outside to hide.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Seek.
You're gonna check all 3 places to
I'm
hide.
going to check all the places.
Yeah.
Well, he might go outside and find a way to like get halfway under the solid cloud.
Did the giant go back up to study?
He went back up. Yeah.
I'm going to go, I need to relieve myself.
This is so fun. I'm going to do that too.
You just did, off the cloud.
I'm a dragon.
I'll come with you.
Let's all go together.
Because we're
We can see who
girls.
can go further.
Oh yeah.
Hey, this isn't the kind of competition I like.
Wait for
Just do this
Oh,
with
sorry,
the
we just get a
dragon?
little turbulence as you all fall off the cloud.
But Rex might actually win this one.
I'm going to go sit down over here. I have nothing to prove to Lex. I already know who the better man is.
Since none of you are men.
Rex is a dragon.
I'm not a man.
There's only 2 humans in our party.
Yeah, 2 humans, yeah. I keep forgetting. The last time there we were all elves, except for one person, and so I keep being like, no, there's just one that's not an elf. But yeah, there's 2 humans.
I go take a leak.
All right.
Is everybody with me?
Yeah.
I kind of disappear.
I'm not.
I'll just hang out in this main lobby area with the table.
I look around outside to find better places to hide than we're
I'm
inside.
going to see how fast I can fly.
I am confident that with your skills, you could find a place to wedge yourself.
So once they all kind of get distracted, I'm going to go listen and see what the studying is.
Okay.
See if I can hear the conversation.
Okay. When you go up there, he is actually sitting. He has a number of tomes open and a pen.
Wanted to
Sorry,
eavesdrop.
he told him that he was gonna try to figure this out. So
How volatile do I want to be?
Let the dice guide you, my son.
How big were the griffins?
a griffin is, I think, the size of a horse.
Oh, so these wouldn't be something that would be a means of transportation for the
They
giant.
could be.
So these would be more like his hawks, like
Oh,
his
okay.
his falconry or whatever you call your aviary for like that's the sort of thing that the equivalent they would be to him. Yeah, they are large monstrosities, which a horse is a large creature.
In case you needed it, my stealth to go hide somewhere is only 26.
Only 26. You circle the tower.
You
And
become
then you
the
start to
cloud.
circle it again, and nobody sees you again.
You're one with the cloud.
I'm just gonna go sleep on the table.
Okay. You roll out your sleeping pad and you sleep it on the table.
Yep.
I want to see if I can fly faster than the fortress.
What's your fly speed?
60.
60. I actually don't know how fast the
No,
the tower
bye.
is going.
No, you can't figure it out. Because this is taking twice as long as it takes us, and we move at 30.
Yeah. Well, you only move it. Yeah. But 30 is not your all the time speed. It's your hustle speed. Yeah.
Depends
So
how
you're
fast you
you're
work the
faster than the
orb.
tower for a little bit, but then you just start to get tired. You start to like keep pace with it probably.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is there
Evening
anything
comes
in
on
this-
your first day.
Anything in the sky that I can eat?
Some griffins.
You see a griffin go out.
That is much bigger than I am.
It's much bigger than you. It appears you
Do not like
you're
that.
pretty sure it's going hunting. You can try and follow it, or
Wait.
keep your eyes open here for birds.
If it's hunting, does it hunt birds or other flying animals? Because there's a
Anything
flying animal
smaller.
right by the tower.
But he's at the bottom of the tower, and it's hundreds of feet up there and that left. Yeah, you could keep
Mars
your eye
is
open for
gone
some
again.
birds to catch. Do you want to try?
I'll look out for birds or
Yeah.
small rodents in the fields
That are flying.
Make a
Flying
perception
rodents
check.
like bats.
You know,
I have +5 on perception. I was
Please
very
don't eat my
excited.
cat.
18.
18. Yeah, you can if you want to find like a small bird to eat, or even go all the way down and grab a bunny.
There's a flying cat right inside.
That's bigger than him.
It is bigger.
Well, probably about the same size, because he's about 2 feet long. Anyway. Yeah,
Nice.
you can catch a rabbit.
Rabbit.
My daughter is sad that I said that. Okay.
I'm just
I'm
waiting for
very
us to get there now at this
Okay.
point.
At the end of your second day,
Yep.
you guys hear a commotion out at the door. You would recognize the sound of vultures out just flying outside the tower.
Did Mars die?
Birds.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a commotion out there. With a bunch of birds.
Am I outside or inside at the time this happens?
This is evening of the second day, so how like
Probably you be outside again.
you're probably outside. Okay, so you're behind the tower hiding whatever you're doing.
Are they on my side?
They're at the front door here.
I like to.
So I'm on the opposite side. Do I hear
Yeah.
it at all?
Yeah, they're not particularly quiet. You hear a bunch of
I
birds.
sneak around.
All the birds are.
Go ahead and roll your check for me. Okay.
Not as good, only 14.
Only 14. Okay.
I'd like to step outside and do speak with animals.
Okay.
Oh no, brown vulture.
And I am missing. Okay. So, and I don't have enough of these. And I printed a giant vulture. I didn't get it painted, which I'm kind of glad of,
Ooh,
because
impressive.
after seeing what you painted, I was been
I
embarrassed.
didn't
I'm
paint
sure.
these. These are pre-painted.
So there's
Flying
those.
monkeys.
So they're supposed to
Flying
be.
monkeys are never good.
Well, I think they're actually
No, they haven't.
All
Acro.
together.
Yeah, all together at the front, and then these guys.
Didn't we fight the flying monkeys once before?
Did this get painted?
No.
These are like riding them.
Yes. So as you step out, there are 7 giant vultures landing there, and each one has a person on its back that is wearing like black leather, and they have like a horns. I call it a helmet, but that makes it sound like it's metal. It's more like maybe a leather cap with kind of some. Like when you think of like the masked ball and like the ladies with like the cones on their head, kind of
There and
like
the-
that,
and
but
the
a little
bows.
more organic with the rest of the kind of like mask
Yeah.
that they're wearing.
Kind of looking
Good
at
thing
them.
Zephyros has a defense mechanism. His Cloud Fortress.
Which is.
Us.
Lasers.
That's good.
Yeah. And I'll say, because your perception is high, one of them has a bag with a colorful shoulder bag with kind of like a smiley face on it.
A smiley face?
Well, the
Is this
smiley.
spicy or not?
They
Uh,
must be friendly.
Did they buy it from Walmart?
A magic bag. I'm pretty sure.
I
Yeah.
got teriyaki from.
I'm totally picturing like a fanny pack. out of
So
it.
Spicy.
Super
so
good.
it looks familiar because he's carrying around a bag that's very similar. We'll put it that way.
Oh.
Who is?
Wraithfoot.
Wraithfoot.
In his bag of holding.
Oh.
You mean Wraithhook's treasury bag for the party?
Hold on.
Holding.
Yeah. Do you just like come out, or
What
are
did
you
you
like
find the bag?
Yeah,
trying
I
to
was
be
gonna step
quiet?
out, but
Okay.
I was gonna like do speak with animals because I thought originally it was just vultures, but now I'm kind of wondering whether that's the right approach. Can I see these people there?
Start out
I guess you can see them.
Yeah,
It's like-
the vultures have landed. They're starting to get off, and they see you like, who are you?
The vultures say that.
No, the people.
The people can't talk.
Particularly the one at the bag.
No.
Who are you?
It's like, it seems like I could be asking you the same question, seeing that you just landed uninvited on this cloud.
We've come to see its proprietor.
This proprietor is busy right now. It's like, what's your business?
We would like to bargain with him
Bargain for what?
for his aid.
Aye. Are you seeking
Who,
something?
who are you? Are you his butler?
I am Eoden. Oh man, I wish I had my.
I
old
speak for
titles.
Zephyr.
It's like I am a druid of the third glen of Algamark, or whatever my name was.
It's really important to me,
long
though.
time. Like I had a whole speech prepared, but I seem to have forgotten it. Anyways,
Come back tomorrow.
The cloud makes you forgetful.
we're in the business with the giant at the moment, and we're employing his good graces to get us to Greenfields.
Goldfields.
Goldfields?
Wherever the heck we are.
Goldenshire.
Wait, is
Well, then-
Alzheimer's contagious?
If working with him, then you shouldn't mind us proposing to make a deal with him ourselves.
Right. Who be you?
No one knows their name today.
My name is
What's in a name?
Amarith.
Hey, Marith. Hi.
Yes.
I'll be right back. I walk back into the chamber and close the doors.
Well, it's just the curtains.
You slam the curtains shut.
Old Earth.
I close the curtains. I was like,
Authoritatively.
it's like,
Look at
hi, cousin.
the evil eyes. You're
Isn't
sliding
it
it close.
Marith here to see you?
I don't hear anything.
Hey,
Wait, give me a perception check, actually.
Oh no, did the giant die?
No.
Did the giant turn into a pseudo?
Actually, it's 100 feet to this floor.
let's see. That'd be a
That's a very
15.
15.
This is where the adventure
As
ends,
you
by the way.
strain-
Guys, and
Yeah.
You,
we're all gone.
maybe you hear some snoring?
Ruh-roh.
Could someone go upstairs and wake up the damn giant? Hey, how about the dragon? He can fly.
I would love to.
I pop out of the clouds and walk up to Amaranth.
I stretch my wings in front of
Amarath, yeah. Amarath, yeah.
What you got there? What do you want? Are you looking to sell something? Is that the kind of deal you're making, or are you looking for help?
We have things to offer the giant in exchange for his services, or their services. I don't know how many are here, but
There's just the two, but only one comes downstairs. The other one we haven't seen. It would be inhospitable of me to not invite you in, but let's just check on whether the giant's there.
sounds good to me.
I'd offer to get you something, but he doesn't have any food or drink.
Oh, what are you eating?
My rations, my trail rations.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, we're kind of stuck up here. You guys have
Guys,
vultures. You can go
stick
down and
my
get
head
food. We're stuck.
Hey, I think he's taking a nap, but we're trying to wake him up. We'll be right back.
Thank you,
Hi, you're welcome.
sir.
That's an Eoden of the third.
So do you fly up there?
Yeah. Flying up.
Yeah. Okay. I assume you're capable of waking him up. Oh. I thought I asked you not to come up here.
You did.
Why are you here?
There are 7
There's actually
Vultures?
there's 2 black marbles.
Sorry, there's two
and
more.
2 black marbles outside your ship, your skyboat, and they seek to barter with you. They have some name. It sounded like a.
Modern or something like
I
that.
didn't answer.
I've already
I was
forgotten.
asked to come fetch you. They seem like it might get hostile
Oh.
if someone doesn't attend.
Secrets.
Sorry, I'm like, what is about to do?
Just raising my hand. Just raising my hand.
Yeah. The answer is no.
Okay.
Yeah. I will be down. Please, thank you for waking me, but maybe just make some noise from below next time.
We did.
maybe someone with larger lungs should make some noise.
The largest lunged person made noise.
He must not know how to project. Have to teach him how to
I don't know
melt.
what they know. I know that they made noise.
He goes and he floats down.
I also fly.
So what do you guys do for a living?
Just making small talk.
Well,
Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm a farmer.
What do you do?
I'm a
I
blacksmith.
totally forgot to read the actual description. I was just
Just a waitress. You should really talk to this guy.
I am the leader of this group. Let's see. Sorry.
Do you guys live in the clouds too?
We are part of the Howling Hatred. We would like this
Sounds
sky
lovely.
to be our home as much as possible. Yes.
So, can you spell that for me?
HOWLING. Howling.
Hatred.
Ah, yes.
Hatred.
Howling.
Which I assume that I don't know how to
That's
spell.
what I thought you said. I just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
It's pronounced hot
Okay.
red.
Hatred.
Hot red.
Hot red.
Neat. Sounds like our host is coming down.
Holy.
Holy hot red.
Should we wait here or come in?
Oh, you should wait here.
Let's wait here until, because he should invite all of us in, right? Because I was also outside.
I thought you were staying here, were you not?
I stay outside though.
Oh, you know,
You
it's-
like the dog?
And then the fight happens.
That's not a very nice thing to say
Well,
to someone who looks like he's got some
Like-
sneak attack.
I realized as I said that, like, oh, he's furry. Like, maybe that's not.
Can you
And
fly
yet it
without?
was said, and here we
Can
are.
you fly without the vulture? Just asking out of curiosity.
His hand kind of goes to the clasp of his bag.
I laugh.
But hopefully he'll be here soon.
I'm gonna stick my head out after is the giant feet coming down?
Yeah, he's
There's like,
descending.
Hey, this looks like he's coming down to see you. We should have an answer for you in a second. What was your name again? Forgot.
Amarath.
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 I am spokesman for this group, and I am here representing
Yeah,
Yansibin.
Yansibin.
I'm a Roth for
How do you
the
spell
Howling
Yansibin?
YAN-C-BIN.
Pronounced Yancey.
Yeah. Good old Yancey.
Aw, you didn't drink the cotton.
Hey, Zephyrus. This is, I don't know why I bothered to do this. Like, they're perfectly capable of speaking to one another.
Yeah.
There's a Amorous here to see you from the Yansibin. I don't know, it sounds like a...
Sounds like a scam call.
Should I tell him we already have pest control?
They want you to renew your car's warranty.
Yeah. Oh, you're not a car, but sure.
It seems like they
I have a
a
skyboat.
communication
Oh, we
service
sell
they'd
that
like to talk
insurance,
about. So, exchange some goods.
Thank you. He pats you on the shoulder.
You're welcome.
Does the cat not
like
attack him?
They have something called encyclopedias.
Maybe slightly aggressive. I don't know. Don't like the looks of them, to be honest.
If you
Be on your guard.
feel you need to scare them off, happy to allow you to do it, I guess.
Oh, you're awfully bigger. You're much bigger than I, so I think you should perhaps. And this is your castle after all? So,
Skyboat.
Cloud Fortress.
Cloud Fortress?
It's a skyboat.
So,
So he comes out. What can I do for you?
Is it a skyboat?
I moved to the side.
We're here on behalf of the Howling Hatred. Yancy Bin sent me. We would like. Let me see.
They started singing Telegram.
Hello, hello, hello.
We urge you.
We're the Howling Hatred.
As they focus on them, I hide.
Okay.
I take
We urge you to help him return the world to its primordial state as it was at the dawn of history. And we have brought you, and he reaches to the other side and pulls out a little pouch. We offer you this in exchange for your help. And he hands him a little leather pouch.
you say primordial state? What do you mean exactly?
You don't know of the great Yancy Bin.
Does he have anything to do with the ordning?
I know a Bin Yancey, but
Yeah, it's a bit, it's not
It's the great air elemental.
of who?
The great air elemental.
Oh,
We want to return the world to its primordial state where the elements ruled.
Well, what about all the people that are living in the world now?
The strong survive.
That doesn't seem like it's a very hospitable way of making change in the world, don't you think?
it seems like the strong would even go away in a primordial state.
And this is our mission: is to help Yancy Ben restore the world.
What are the black marbles?
I don't know.
There
who
are
this
two
Yancey
more
guy
of the guys of the smaller guys. There's 2 big guys and 7 small guys,
I'm not liking
and then
your
there should be
tone.
9 vultures, but I think there's just the 6.
Are they
Listen, Cloud Giant's out. Not going to see you today. You can move on.
The Clyde Giant is talking to them now.
Well, that
Bluff.
is
Yeah, deception. I forgot.
is an interesting proposal.
We're not buying it.
Spend some time. You think this is a bad idea, Mr. Dragonborn?
Well,
So
you know
I
me.
don't know that you gave me your names.
I did not give you my name, sir.
I'm not
you
Wraith,
think
but
I
Mr.
should turn
Knuckle,
them
I'm not
out?
saying anything. I'm like,
Listen, you come to this cloud fortress. You say, we're going to turn the world into primordial state. We don't want to have any of it. And yet you're still here.
Wait, he's talking.
Are you talking to the dragon? I'm with the giant right now.
the giant.
Sorry.
Oh, no, I was talking to these guys
Oh.
outside.
He has not given us his answer yet. He said he would consider it.
Well, your answer is no.
He has not told us no. Are you?
I'm telling you no. Move along.
Zephyrus, perhaps this isn't such a good idea, returning the world to its primordial state.
Has the giant opened the pouch?
It's like millions
No.
and millions will die.
What is my wisdom?
Does not seem like the right way for a giant.
Well, it sounds like 2 of you are saying I
Oh.
should.
I was imagining I was
Oh,
outside.
Yeah. Sorry, it's not really conducive to actually being out there.
I'm having the conversation inside, so.
So,
Yeah.
so
And
the-
I'm telling them to move along.
sounds
Can't do this
sounds
inside.
like you think I should send them away.
Oh, you're talking to them
Aye,
as the cloud person.
you should send them away in packing for sure. It's like anybody who's doing this kind of thing is not to be trifled with.
How would this help with the ordinate? I am curious. This seems like it would be counter to what you're trying to do.
That is a wise point, little dragon.
I know.
I see your dragon.
He's accidentally set the pouch on the table as he's talking to you. Any others have anything they feel they should say?
I'm gonna
before
send
I-
my
Look in the pouch. What is it?
pouch.
Any thoughts on my response to them, or should I spend some time thinking it over?
I want to know
Sleep
what's
on
in
it.
the pouch.
I'm gonna send my familiar over to the pouch to like worm its way into the opening.
And I'm going to summon my fox because this is obviously going to get out of hand.
Yeah, I shield my sword outside. I keep yelling at them to move on.
Okay. I think
Oh,
I'm
actually, I'm going to hold off on the fox.
turning them
because he
away,
might
it sounds like.
use-
He comes out.
I think there may be a diplomatic way we might approach this, yeah?
It's a diplomatic
I
way
was
of war.
planning on telling them we're not interested. Is that
Now
not
isn't
what
the
you-
right time. We have pressing business. Primordial states are a very big obligation, and we have urgent business in.
You say that we should let them spend the night and tell them no in the morning?
I think perhaps they should come back in a fortnight. I think that's the time.
To the spot, exactly.
Perhaps a double fortnight?
Yes.
I'm not sure what this fortnight is, but
You know what? Neither am I.
It's a 10-day and a half. It's a 10-day and a half 10 day. Sorry, it's not 10-day and a half.
Is that?
Are
Now
they
is just not
responding
the
to me
right
to
time.
yelling at them to move on?
they're like, he can tell us.
I unsheath my sword and I start pushing him off the cloud.
Okay, they will respond. He whips open his bag and his black shadow.
Oh no, I
goes out.
smack him.
Okay,
When he reaches for his bag, I want to backstab him.
okay.
That's how I was
Zephyrus, it
hiding.
appears the opportunity
He's
for
coming out at you.
negotiation may
Go
have
ahead and
passed.
let's see.
Diplomacy has failed!
No, war is just another form of diplomacy.
No, the DM's multitasking is failed. Roll an attack on him.
So first my stealth was 18. Does he know where I'm coming from?
I don't remember what I rolled. No, he does not.
Okay. So that means he's surprised.
Yes.
16.
He's in trouble.
16 will hit it.
I like the glee.
Oh wait.
Yeah, 16 will hit him.
I'm using
That's an
my,
auto crit.
I'm using my rapier.
I'm going to use my offhand too, and I'm going to say as I'm doing this, I also believe that might makes right.
7 damage, and then because I'm double wielding,
I'm going to
16 or 17.
17 also hits.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna get obliterated.
Yeah.
Oops, I just dropped that die. Backup die. Another 5 damage.
Okay.
Well,
That's 11.
hang on.
So-
We should roll initiative to see which one of us goes first. Because it looks like I just did, 64 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, roll initiative.
So the question isn't is he dead? The question is how big is the hole?
I'll hit the next one. I'll hit his griffin.
Vultures, I believe.
Griffin vultures.
Yeah, you can roll initiative if you want to see who gets to.
Who gets to do it first?
Yeah.
24.
6.
So you draw your sword,
Yeah.
and you see him going to unlatch his bag,
And he's gone.
and he falls off the cloud with a big old hole in his back.
I just smartly nod and put the sword back in.
He didn't get his other thing. He's got a new superpower.
Yeah, I
He had
just had to stare at the
33
guy.
points.
Yeah, what?
33 hit points.
I
You
turn
done without the critical.
I turn to Mars and I say, Mars, get the bag.
Let this be a lesson to the rest of
The
you.
giant is on his way out to
Yes.
send them away.
That bag isn't.
You're
get the
gonna be
bag.
able to look at it.
What would I do?
Remember,
Give it to me.
my words were,
But it's not mine.
I also believe Mike
Give it to
makes
me.
right.
Yes.
Can you get the bag?
No, I can't fly.
And then I look at the rest of them.
As this happens,
It's falling.
The bag's falling?
Yes.
the guy with the bag of holding.
I thought we were talking about the bag the cloud giant had.
No.
I fetched the bag.
Off the cloud giant.
It appears I misunderstood, good sir. I will be right
Can you
back.
lift? Is it 15 pounds? What is the bag of holding? 5 to 15. The giant comes out.
Yes,
I
can
will
lift
need
it.
to spend some time thinking about this. Can you come back in
No, too late for
10
this.
days? Well, he was inside. He doesn't.
Yeah, I know. I was like, no. We're taking care of this.
And they're like, yeah. Or will you be alone then?
Did I get
Great
the
foot
bag?
whispers in their ear.
He's
Yes,
never
you're able to get the bag eventually. You can get the bag before it hits the ground. Yeah. So they're gonna take off unless you guys do anything else.
Well, if they're
Bye.
leaving, I'm good with that.
As they're leaving, I shout out, remember, might makes right.
Look, we
Your
made him
words.
primordial. Yeah. Here's to your god.
Rex is like our douchebag bodyguard.
No, they just rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, not with this.
Are you sure it's Rex Kingsley and not
I love that
Kyle
you.
or
I love
Chad
that you
Kingsley?
both went to fetch the giant so they could knock them and attack them. But it's like I thought you'd do one or the other.
No, we did both.
You know.
If it matters any next
back.
round, next round, if I hit, I would have done 9.
So Rex has a
Well, I was gonna give him his extra attack on this,
Well,
but it didn't
I don't
matter.
even need it.
Sure.
So Rex has a disdain for like deities and gods and whatever, and then the idea that they threaten me with like I'm going to turn you into primordial matter. I'm like, no, done with that.
What's in the bag?
So the bag on the table.
No, the bag that.
No,
Well,
he's
look
gonna-
at the bag on the
he's
table
gonna
because he
tell
was
both
looking at the bag on the
He'll tell
table.
both of them.
Where I was going. It has. Let me think. I don't know how to. It has some like shiny dust in it. Maybe it's the best.
I tell
way.
my familiar to eat it.
All of it, or just like take a taste.
Yes.
Am I going back inside?
Eat the whole thing.
Yes.
Am I going back inside in time to see this?
This would probably happen by the giants talking.
Okay.
Who else was in there looking at the bag?
That's
I was
awesome.
flying.
You've
You
just
floated
eliminated
the
our
bag of
ability to
holding.
resurrect when you guys do that.
I would have been in the tower.
Yes.
Well, so here's the trick.
I think
If
I
I
You
was-
need,
summon-
you need diamond dust? You just ate it all. You just destroyed our ability to
No,
get
I'm
resurrected
going
from
to
that.
stop him before it
But
happens.
here's the great thing: if I unsummon the familiar, which I can do at any time, anything physical that did not come with the familiar when it came into the world remains
We
there.
don't know what it
and just
is.
falls down.
Stop it!
Oh, you think that it'll be undigested?
Yes.
I thwap the familiar
Is the-
before it eats the
I think
dust.
you have to check, is the volume of this thing that it's eating bigger than the volume of its stomach?
Well, it's the size of a small cat, like a regular house cat.
I'm sorry. Why is he eating the diamond?
I'm thwapping it
We
before
don't
he
know
eats
there's
it. I
diamond
want,
dust.
I want
It
to
just
cast
sounds like
identify.
diamond dust.
Okay.
And
He
that's
swats
totally
your
not-
sphinx and it's going to cast identify. You go to catch the bag. It's kind of heavy for you and it drags you down a little bit before you stop it, but you're able to eventually get it back up. Yeah. In that time it would take you to go back up. You can cast Identify. This is fairy dust.
Oh, not that.
You have,
Very dust.
I think there's 10 uses.
You're allergic
Dust
to
of the
fairies.
fairy.
Let me see here. 10. Yeah, it's there's 10 uses of fairy dust in here. Fairy dust can be used to replace any spell component for a level of 3rd or lower, even if it has, particularly if it has like a material cost, like if you need to use $300 of diamond to revivify someone.
Kingsley shrugs.
You can also sprinkle it on someone to have an effect that is somewhat random, but it could be make them fly or make them go unconscious.
What would have happened to my familiar?
You would have activated all 10 charges
Flying
and
and
had
unconscious,
this random
and-
table 10 times.
Almighty, that would have been
Yeah.
hilarious.
He would have been flying, invisible,
Exploding.
Sleeping.
confused, and unconscious, I think.
Flying unconscious?
Well, it's
oh,
already-
wait.
Yeah.
I've seen drivers. Never mind.
Yeah, everything floats up in the air.
I believe
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so 10 pitches of fairy dust.
All right, I'm going to put that into my inventory.
Yeah, you get the bag back up.
And what's in the bag? Because he gave that to me too.
Okay, you open the bag of holding, and a dark shadow slips out and takes a swipe at you.
Beautiful.
Right. You told us this was going to happen earlier and we ignored it.
I didn't want that. Thank you.
Oh, it is invisible technically. You can't see it. Yeah, darkness comes out of the bag, and
Oh.
then you feel that's a 21 to hit you.
You can see.
Yeah, that
darkness.
is.
You feel a smash against your body, and take 6 plus 3, 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
One second. Why did we unleash this thing?
I didn't know that there was a naughty in there.
He wasn't out there to know that the guy kept reaching for was going for his gun.
So my cat can't eat the magic powder, but you can just like open up random bags of holding. Very rude.
Usually you find good things in bed. That's all. Not evil killers.
Maybe this is what they came to deliver.
I think it's maybe they.
Yeah, and you hear a
It's
little
like an assassin bag.
like wind rushing in out of the bag too, like it's
Would you say how?
almost like an invisible little tornado,
But
maybe.
this time I am inside because clearly they picked it up from the.
Because it's been several minutes. He came inside. Yeah, so we can roll initiative. This creature is going to be whatever it wants in the tower. It looks like based on its movement speed, and you can't see it, but you can hear it if you listen carefully.
22.
Just moving fast last time wasn't good enough. Now we have to be invisible too.
But it's not that fast. It
And
can move anywhere on the
moving
floor.
fast.
It couldn't fly all the way up.
Right.
It would take it 2 rounds.
15.
5.
Or actually, sorry, I take that back. 10.
Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm going to just tell you. It's got a 19, so anyone above 19, you go.
That's me.
But me,
Okay,
I got 21.
You two go.
Okay. I have no idea where it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I listened for it.
Yeah, so go ahead and use your bonus action to make a perception check.
Okay.
Would you like me to go first? I will make your life a lot easier.
Will you though?
Yes.
Is it a shadow? What is it?
It is.
Is it invisible, or is
it's
it
it's
shadow?
invisible. It is an air elemental
And
that
does it have
is
to be before the
you,
first round?
that you can't
It
see.
could be at any point.
Is
but
it
it'll make
Yancy
your
Red
life
And not
much
before the first round.
Is it what?
Yancy
Yeah,
No, it isn't.
It would just. I
Is it
can't
Yancy
highlight
been yet?
this very
It is literally an invisible
It's not
stalker.
entirely likely
Yahtzee
because it's a
bin
wind
Ling.
thing, and it's probably super high
Ling.
effects.
Ah, yes.
But
You
you
can
can
use
16?
Bin Lin.
Perception?
What?
16 perception?
Yeah, you can hear that it's at the table.
Alright. Then I will try to attack it. Is that like with disadvantage?
How do you know it's
With
Because it's
disadvantage.
still
Yeah,
outside,
because it's
right?
invisible. Yeah.
But I'm going first, which means I have advantage.
Did you come in?
No, it's
Which
inside.
yes,
makes it
circle.
even.
Yeah, it's inside. Yeah, he came inside. He followed Mars back in with the bag.
You want to go back behind it?
No, it
Who's
was-
Mars? Who got stabbed? It was.
I don't know if we have
So it should
a
move
mini
Zoro.
for Mars.
Zoro was
I didn't
attacked.
figure that. I didn't bother to ask you about that.
What?
Do you have a mini for your?
I did not bring many.
I'll probably go.
I need
We
a
can keep the
tiny
closet
dragon.
for now.
I still know Mage Hand.
I was just so excited about finally capitalizing on this that I forgot all the other details. You told me you were ready.
With
so-
disadvantage, but I don't have advantage, so that
So
means
just
it's
straight
not
roll.
neutral. It's just
Here, I got one.
Do I have advantage?
I don't know why you would have advantage.
I wouldn't be hiding, so
Yeah.
Approved?
it's not
Yeah.
sneak.
Well, it's
That's
not-
perfect.
Yeah.
That makes it disadvantage,
Let's make a disadvantage. Yeah.
which is unfortunate because that makes
By
it
Quasit.
instead of a
Quasit's really
21, it's a
Quasit
10.
was so good.
A 10 does not hit. And I think, pull out my papers. There we go.
Make you a dragon.
Yes.
And I've already used my bonus, but now I'm going to move somewhere else. I'm going to move
Just like that.
maybe behind the giant.
Okay, he's gone. He went back up after he sent them away.
Okay.
He went back up. He's not involved in this battle.
Yeah, because you guys opened it after he was already back up.
Oh,
He sent him away and then he went back to what he was doing.
All right. Well, I can't do anything because I've already used my
Okay.
bonus. So
Aaron
just
Door.
move away.
Okay, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Ooh.
ooh, good move.
It's a table.
So
Is he
that
gonna
is
save?
just a Dex save.
Okay, he stands a chance here. 23.
Are you serious?
19 plus 4.
Do it again.
Oh, let me see. I don't think there's a fail.
Something's gotta happen when it fails.
If it fails, it's highlighted.
If it fails, it's highlighted still.
No, hold on. Each creature in the cube is outlined. It's also okay. Objects in a 20-foot cube within range are outlined in a color of my choice. Each creature in the cube is also outlined if it fails the Dex throw. If it succeeds, it doesn't say anything about succeeding. So I'm assuming that if it succeeds, then
Nothing happens.
nothing happens.
Okay.
So
That is unfortunate because that would have been a really
That would
clutch
have been
move.
You can try again.
that sucks.
I'll swap with you now.
So
Just
the
the first round, it goes from massive to
To
little.
nothing. Yeah. So nothing happens, and if that's the case, I'm going to just immediately let go of the spell because I don't want to leave highlighted, and I'm going to move up to the table and just. I don't know where to attack him.
Is casting the spell your action?
Yes.
Okay.
That is an action. So I'm just going to walk up to the table.
I'm trying to
Would
listen
you?
for it.
It's effectively like moving in a guard position, but he doesn't get the advantage of.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll get to ready an action because I used my action.
That is a critical hit on you.
Jesus.
My man, why don't I rolled well against
And
you? I
go
don't know
down.
against
Why
anyone
is it
else.
me?
I know, like
Because you like being in the most dangerous spot.
that is 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
At least
as
I'm not.
the wind slams into you, and you now know where this creature is. Okay, then everybody else, you can go in whatever.
I'll go.
Yeah,
Called it!
unless
You
one of
take
you
off your
like
pants?
rolled really high and one. Anyway,
You take off your clothes? Is that what you're doing now?
No, I'm not. I am going to cast Grease.
okay.
I'm so glad you're casting Grease.
How's that going to work on an air element?
Exactly. It's going to cover him so we can see the
Make a
outline.
mess.
There's going to be floating grease in the air. tripping
I'm
off
so
of
glad I
him.
moved away from the table.
I hope he's cool.
That was my plan.
Everybody's still there.
Oh, but
Is
it's yeah,
Oh, bummer.
yeah.
Does it say that doesn't work?
No. It's non-flammable grease.
Oh yeah, yeah. You've tried this before.
Yeah.
There is no such thing. Let's just set the record straight. So it's just a magical world where random shit happens.
It's magical grease. It's constant.
So yeah, 10-foot square grease. So kind of.
Does he get something to save?
I don't think so.
I think the save comes on movement. Trying to move out of the group.
Turns it into difficult terrain.
So does it just cause grease to be on the floor, or does it call?
Oh, sorry. Each creature standing in its area must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or have the prone condition.
How does the air elemental go prone?
So it
Just compresses?
It's immediate. So how does the spell work? Does like grease just appear on the floor, or is it fall into the sky? Because I understand how you want to use it, but I don't know if
You
non-
are the DM. It is your choice.
Non-flammable grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square.
So I'm going to tell you that that's not going to work as you want it, because it's not like it's going to fall on like.
Oh, then I'm not going to do that.
Oh,
But I like the idea.
Save.
Can you
Well,
use the
after he
flammable
saves from your
version?
spell that's intended for this, I'm certainly not going to just hand him a freebie here.
I might have another option.
Fireball.
Especially after the last hour and a half of us harassing the DM.
We all deserve this.
Actually, I felt like you were harassing Chris, not me.
I'm gonna cast my Nathar's Mischief.
Okay. It's a save for it.
There is no save. It's just a chaotic. Well, there could be. I have to figure
Oh,
out
yeah,
what
this
the
is your-
chaos is.
We don't know what's going to happen still.
Yep. What is it? A D4? There it
Can we
is.
see this creature yet?
No, it's invisible.
Almost all of my spells require seeing.
Oh.
Yeah, so here, I will read to you exactly what it says here. Invisible stalkers are composed of air and are naturally invisible. A creature might hear and feel an invisible stalker in passing, but the elemental remains invisible even when it attacks. A spell that allows a person to see invisible reveals only the invisible stalker's vague outline because it's not actually invisible.
You have to
It's just that
succeed on a wisdom saving throw. Everybody does.
everybody does within a certain space.
The whole area.
Okay,
It's-
that's a 12, which I don't think saves.
So he is now charmed by me. Because he smelled apple pie.
19.
What was the spell
16.
check on?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
I failed.
You failed?
I got a 1.
Okay.
5.
18.
Plus 4. Natural
Does 16
1.
pass?
He's charmed.
I'm like, oh.
I'm finally seeing
So
your
that
great
means
side,
that
Zoro.
he views you as friendly?
I
Char-
use-
here, let me see what the condition for charmed is.
Is this the thing that's supposed to kill us?
No.
Okay.
This is the thing that's supposed to keep them alive.
All it has to do is push us out a window, and then we're dead.
You can't harm
Except for
me.
you.
Okay.
And I have a social advantage.
Okay.
Oh, so can I? Just gonna be like, hey, you, get back in the bag.
Okay, go ahead and roll persuasion check.
Ooh, that's a good one for me to roll.
Yeah. Yes, this is your bread and butter.
Yes.
I'd like to help.
37.
Can I help with their
This is
persuasion
actually
check?
interesting, right? Because he would have obeyed the guy that you killed.
I didn't kill anybody.
Well, that you plural killed.
All of y'all.
That Vu killed.
17.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you mean plural? He was just reaching for a sword.
Oh,
Things just happen.
better deception, but
Well, I was
persuasion's
speaking
best.
to the group, but yes, there was only one.
It was his distraction.
He was reaching for a weapon.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know that has. Let me see. I don't know if it communicates. Understand. Okay. It says something to you, but you don't understand what it says.
Do I feel it whoosh into the bag?
You feel it move closer to you, but it's not its turn yet.
Okay. I hold the bag open and I wait.
Okay, the rest of you.
I go.
Yeah.
Do you go in the bag?
I cast. Can I see? Do I have a sense of where it was?
Make a perception check. Use your bonus action to make a perception check.
Well, because the thing attacked me, so you would see my body
21.
reaction.
21. Yes, you pinpoint it with your dragon ears.
And it hit Zoro too, right?
I'm
Yeah.
going to Burning Hands it, which
Okay.
is a cone, a 15-foot cone.
Okay, and makes a dex check.
Yes.
Isn't Burning Hands a touch?
That's an 11.
No, it's a 15-foot
How,
cone.
how wide is this
Very
room?
effective.
Who else is in the cone?
No one, because I was above, because I'm flying and I'm coning down.
He's gonna destroy this
Just
poor
like a-
guy's table.
It's like a fire tree.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like I
Christmas
make it look
tree.
like I'm a dragon breathing fire out of my mouth. I'm very excited about this. I forgot the
Into
flavor of
a
it.
Christmas
Yeah.
fire tree.
Because I can't talk, so I have to cast illusion to speak, and I can't breathe fire, but I cast burning cone. Very. I just want to be a dragon.
It fell, I'm pretty sure. 11, I think, fills your.
Can I borrow a d6? Do you have two
Sure.
d6? I can
Yeah, I do.
And actually, I need 4d6 because this is a.
there's a whole bag of these things.
I
Oh,
have
no
a-
one said yes. It doesn't matter that I've forgotten about these things. Okay.
Oh, I did. I did almost maximum damage.
Yeah, seriously.
I did 22.
That's old enough to drink.
Thank you.
You hear the wind grow stronger. It hits of wind, like hot air escaping. I don't know. Right, Aeon.
It's now more dangerous.
I'm gonna, having seen what he just did, I'm going to move.
the screen.
Drink your fire potion.
Careful
TV
the
crash
screen.
on the TV.
You're on a
Sorry.
screen.
Oh, sorry.
I actually
That's black.
take 6 away.
My
That's my
bonus.
highest roll. I upcast
rolled
it.
one too many.
I'm not ready to upcast it yet.
So
I'm sorry. So you get 6 back. So I did 6.
Well,
No,
here,
it's easy to forget.
what if I give you your
Because the
level
TV
3
has
spell
like a fake
slots?
wood order to it, too.
Can I cast
think
as a
so.
level 3 spell then? Then
Yeah,
yes.
you now have your 2 level spell 3 slots.
Then yes. Then
There you go.
what I said is unwound.
I'll move over to where the table is and then cast Burning Hands as well.
Okay.
Double burning hands.
Clever.
Also, I don't know if it has.
He rolled even worse. That's an 8.
Okay, well, great. So then.
Here's some
Roll-
D6s
he
for
rolled
you.
as much of his bonus was.
The,
4? Or are you doing it for extra?
no, I'm just doing the regular.
Because it's 3d6 at 2 and then 46 at 3.
Oh, it's, yeah, I don't have third level spells yet. So.
He gave me thirds.
I'm just saying. I got my thirds in.
So I guess it's only
Yeah.
3d6?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, 3d6.
Oh, just 3d6?
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's what he said. 3d6 for level 2, right?
Yeah, but you gave
Yeah, but-
Okay.
Right. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Look at that, 20 damage.
39.
Okay.
Mine has the blood
Kingsley,
on
sure
it.
go.
Oh,
And then this coffer.
How long does your? It doesn't. It's like, yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'll take a smack at the fire tree.
You have dragon breath, don't you?
I do.
Moving away.
What?
I said I was moving away.
The chair is on. The table's on fire, by the way. In case anyone's wondering.
Oh, okay.
Where am I?
You are next to Kingsley. We didn't actually move your figurine further away. You're between Kingsley and Zoro.
But I did say that I was moving further
Yes, but
away.
you did say that you were moving. Yeah.
Did I see all the? I guess I saw the
You saw all the fire.
folding bag shenanigans and whatever. And sure, I'll use my breath weapon.
See? Dragon!
DC 11 to save. I'm going to use also a 15-foot cone.
15.
Yeah, great. No, he saves, so nothing happens.
I'm just glad to
Nothing
see
to not
that
have
we don't
damage?
just have
I
one
don't think so.
pyromaniac on our party. It feels like everybody's a pyromaniac.
I don't think so.
There's
He
pyromaniac
said-
and
on the breath
I
pyromaniac.
think breath weapons normally do half damage, and you said that. Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
wait, okay. Then it takes us to the
Let's
two of
call
you.
it a D10 then, and I'll give you half.
As this table is burning, and there's this weird, like, spiraling flame on top of the table.
We could probably make an educated guess on it.
I'm going to say that
I rolled
if-
a 9.
a 9. Okay, so
So
I'll
half that.
give it 4. I'm going to say that you can see where this thing is because there's now a fiery tornado on the table. It's no longer
Nice.
visible. So, Bigfoot, you don't have disadvantage.
Right, but I actually said that I was going to swap with him because he
Okay.
came
Oh
with
yeah.
something.
So, Arendor, you don't have disadvantage.
Okay. I am going to try Fairy Fire again.
Okay. Dex,
Save of 13.
19.
Jesus.
It's got a +4 to its Dex,
We're able to damage.
so its average is 14. All right. I do apologize. It is the perfect move for this invisible creature.
Yeah, that's why I keep casting it. I'm gonna keep staring at it with disdain.
Okay. Wraithfoot.
Do I have a shot at it?
You can see this fiery tornado. You're welcome to try to do whatever you want. Yeah.
I'm going to stay back there because you guys are burning things and I don't want to be part of the burning.
You don't like the smell of burnt fur?
And I'm just going to use a bow and miss.
What did you roll?
One miss. I will.
I don't have advantage.
A 2. Okay. Yeah.
Well, +6, so.
Yeah. That's the guy. His AC's not that high once you get rid of the disadvantage on the attacks, so effectively. Anyway. Okay. He goes into the bag of holding. The fire calms down. The table's on fire now, but there's not this tornado on it.
And some of the fire as well, so watch out when you
put
open
out
that bag
the
again.
fire. I just used my control flames spell and put it all.
And I closed the bag.
So you just got back in the bag?
So we're burning this table?
And then
Alright.
The giant comes down. What is happening?
I'll leave you for 2 minutes.
Hey,
And then,
Clarence, can you mend that?
That might be a little beyond the mending, though.
I think it is, but I wouldn't know that.
He can make a
Can
place
you
setting.
check?
Yeah, I attempt.
You
No, it's like, what is the...
I think it's like a foot. I think like a foot square is what he
Yeah, I
can
think
fix.
it's something like that. So-
Mending.
Yeah, you fix like a place setting for a normal sized person at the table.
Do I just cast mending over and over
yeah,
again?
it's just a. It's
You
a
can.
cantrip.
Can, but is it a cantrip? Does
It's
he
a
get it for
cantrip,
free?
yeah.
So he could eventually. Just,
Yeah.
It would just
It'll
take
take
time.
a while.
Mending.
It is not. The table is not as fine as it used to be. It's much plainer now, but it's not charred.
Mending.
I also want to rush over to
You. This
to Zoro and say, "Oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? It looks like you got hurt. It's like, let me help you here." It's like, "Oh my goodness, you have to be more careful when you're out there. You have to."
I defeated
things
it! You're welcome!
Oh, we're very, very thankful to you.
That was some quick thinking there, Zora. Get it back in the bag, whatever that was.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
You were right next to the guy that was, like, toast.
So you get 7, 13. Okay.
I'm gonna go sit down in the corner.
It's good, because nobody knows you're here
Nobody
anyway.
knows. I'm gonna attempt to take off my dented helmet again, and hopefully it doesn't hit my skull too much.
So basically, I'm still charmed. So
Oh, you're charmed.
And I am all over him, just making sure he's okay.
There's a reason
trying
for
to
this.
trying to like straighten up his clothes.
Just keep casting it.
and just like
Fix his hair
oh, so you have to be more
because his hair
careful.
went blue everywhere.
It's like you can't be running around like that. You'll get hurt.
Also, you really want apple pie. That's what
do you
charms
have any
you.
apple pie?
I do not.
You can
But I have that
holding
effect on
and check.
people.
Is apple pie code? what is going on?
No.
You were also trying.
I give you
No, I
rations.
said saved it.
Hey, thank you. This is no apple pie.
Try it.
Take a bite.
This is definitely not apple pie.
Spit it out. It's like, this is not apple pie.
Oh, I missed what you gave.
Well, you're welcome. And I go and sit down.
And then we get to the village.
And
The
then
sad thing is, I don't get any of my level 5 things because I killed them so quickly. No, that's totally
No,
fair.
you're.
No.
I only did that because I didn't want to retcon the damage. To be honest
you
with
should
you.
damage too, right?
It's totally fair because
as well.
clearly
Yes.
at level 4, I would have
Well,
even
we have
upgraded it.
clearance.
I did not need any additional
I
anything.
mean, we're probably going to rest before we end up with the village.
That's true.
Yeah, he told you it would probably take 3 or 4 days, and this is the night of the second day. So.
I cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, at what?
Nice.
The table that Clarence just fixed?
Better than what it was. Yeah,
We're going to
I'm
do a
almost
long rest anyway.
You blast the
No,
table.
ended.
let him roll to hit.
Yeah, we gotta roll, because I gotta see, because Mars could manage to miss a giant table.
10.
Is it above like a 3?
12.
You hit the table. You make a burn mark right in the very center. Splinter some wood.
I go lay down in the burn mark.
Oh.
Very proud of myself.
Just heat your bed before you.
Does Clarence come by and mend it? Because it's down?
Wait, have
No,
you learned
Clarence
how to,
just shakes his head.
you've learned how to make fire? Yeah. Oh, you're
He,
using hands.
he blasted.
Yes.
I mean, it's technically force damage. I don't know that it would be warm, but you made a little divot in the table that you can.
Alright, I'm going to sit down and rest and get this worm hangover taken care of.
So it's the third day. Is in the afternoon. The third day. I should roll to see if he's sane. Here.
Did you say roll to see if he is sane?
Sane.
He might not.
So
he
we
might have
would've-
gone insane.
So when you cast contact planes, there's a chance that your mental fortitude is not strong enough and drives you insane for a time.
But we did a long rest after that.
Yes, you did a long rest. Yeah.
It seems
Yeah,
like
we're
it
on-
should be okay. Or in a castle 1,000
New information
above the
about
ground
this.
with an insane.
Well, now we understand why people were throwing rocks.
The crazy castle.
Yeah, it was totally this guy throwing rocks at the town.
That's why you don't see any rocks up here. He threw them all.
He comes down.
Roll initiative.
I think we'll get you to Golden Fields before sunset. Due to the recent events you made me aware of, I will let you down outside of the walls.
By events we may be aware of, you
That
mean
you
the ones
made
we
me,
told.
you made me aware of. Sorry. So there's-
Which character am I again?
he points out one of the windows. You can see the very edge over there. There's a slight rise in the ground. That's where we're headed. I did a little check.
Good sir, may I drive your skyboat the rest of the way?
I don't think that a creature that isn't even supposed to have the power of speech can operate arcane devices. this
I'm already
complex.
overachieving.
That sounded like a maybe to me.
What's driving a skyboat if I can already speak?
I think he said he's going to think about it.
He's gonna
He said
keep
the same thing to the vultures, though.
These runes are old and odd. I think there is some talk of a coming or returning age or an overthrow of some sort. Not sure how that connects to the Weavers.
Aye. And
David was here to
you
hear
think
some of this.
perhaps it has to do with this Yancy Din? Who wants to return the world to its primordial state?
I've not inquired about them yet. It seems odd to raise monuments to proclaim the desire to unmake everything.
That's what I said.
Monuments
Just
are
not so many
unique.
words.
Did we explain to him what happened with the invisible stalker or whatever it was?
I wanted you
Probably
guys.
not.
I mean,
Not yet.
so
We can
I think
we can
should
broach
probably
the
tell him.
topic.
It's like, So, you should know that those people that came earlier, like they had very poor intentions towards you.
I knew howling hatred was
like-
not to know.
It's weird. It's almost like it was in the name.
It seems so obvious now.
Clarence can make a
They
religion check
gave us a
for me.
pouch,
Okay.
and we opened it, or the pouch that they gave you, we opened, and we found an aggressive.
Meta, you know that's wrong, right?
There's the pouch, and then there's the bag of holding.
The pouch they gave him had the fairy
pack, yeah.
dust. The patch that they didn't open that he was holding
Oh, I didn't know.
was the one that
Sorry,
had the monster.
I got confused
Yeah.
between the pouches.
Yeah.
So
Never mind. They seem to be not good folk.
Well, in my mind, they were like delivering this bag of holding, but in reality, we killed the guy and it just kind of dropped to the ground. And we
So he gave
No,
him the
he
pouch
gave
that
them
went
a
inside,
pouch.
which maybe you don't know about.
He
but
had two pouches. One had the bag,
So, yeah,
and
it
he
was-
gave them the
um,
other.
It's an
so he
assassin
knows
attack.
that the
No, he
howling
gave him the
hatred
one
is
with the-
another
with the-
name
with the fairy
for.
dust.
Oh, that's right.
So the bag of holding with
For
the thing on it
Jens
is
That
That
still
that
on
was
there.
his.
He's
That was
also
his
known
weapon.
as the.
Oh, okay.
Let me make sure I get it right.
And we
Prince
went
of
and
Evil
fetched
Air,
that from the body that
and that he
was
is
falling off the
a
cloud.
powerful
Got it. I just didn't know which bag
elemental
would
that
wear.
wants to effectively destroy the material
so maybe he
plane to
did
make
want
it
to
like
kill
the
the
plane of air.
Giant.
And that this is
There's
a
a
cult that
possibility
follows
that if
him
the
and probably
giant
doesn't
said
really
no, he would
understand.
instead
they're
said, "Here, take
supporting.
this bag instead." It's
That's
possible.
that's a lot of jumps on logic there.
A lot of jumps.
Folks.
Still glad he killed
When
him.
I
now.
had opened up the bag and let out
Yancy bid.
the air thing,
Howling hatred.
did I see anything else in the bag?
Very bad.
No, but I don't think you actually can like see into a bag of holding. I think it's just like you reach in and you find.
They
things.
are very scared now, though.
Um,
Did they at least look
but there's
scared?
nothing else in the bag.
Did they look scared as they ran away?
Excuse me, I have an announcement. I'm going to
Make an
throw
insight
this
check
off
for
the
me.
cloud.
Wait.
And let someone else
The
open it?
bag.
Why?
There's a bad thing in it.
Can we just
And then
open
let
it
someone
off the cloud
else
and let
open
the
it?
bad thing fly out?
It can fly
It
around.
can fly.
right?
Insight.
It's air.
That's a -7 adjustment for me.
That seems useful.
It's
You
a
can
We already
just-
have one.
20.
Empty
Dirty
the bag
bag
off the
30.
back of the castle.
There was a
It did. It won't anymore.
there was maybe a little trepidation in some of them.
supposed to
Some
say
were anger.
Not
Like
right now.
some of them, yeah, it was scary to see.
Zora, you should
Others
do
might
what
just
you
think
feel
this
is
because you
right.
got the drop on them, and there
Cast
might
it
be.
aside.
What if we
I
sold
mean-
If they encountered you again, they
sell
might
to someone?
They're not
try to get even.
wrong that I got the drop.
Yeah. So it's
Set it
mostly
up.
anger, but some of them.
What if you put it into
were
the other
intimidating.
bag of holding?
What did you eat it?
I have a strange sense that I'd like
If you
to
put
eat
a
it
bag of
someday.
holding in a bag of holding,
The
horrible
old
things
bars
happen.
would eat it.
I look very confused. Maybe I do want to eat it.
I'm gonna feed the bag of holding to Mars.
It's
You
not
can't
bigger than he
feed
is.
a negative energy space to someone.
Watch me try.
Magic!
And campaign is over.
He could fit in the bag if it weren't a bag of holding. We'll put it that way.
You could fit
Bag of
inside.
holding
Yeah,
over
a bag
someone.
of holding. He's 2 feet long. A bag of holding's got like a 5 foot.
Oh, is
Opening.
it that small?
But you can, that means you can fit in his. We don't need a second bag of holding as a baddie. I'm gonna chuck
It's
it.
the size of
I
my
throw it off the cloud.
What do you
Don't
do
throw it off the
inside
cloud.
out?
Then someone will open it. It's going to fall on the ground, and some kid's going to find it and open it.
We should
You wanna
ask
kill a kid?
Zephyros what to do. He seems like a very
Zephyros, do you want this bag?
Well, you better tell him what's inside.
You can't open it.
You give me a bag
birthday
that's
gift.
unopenable?
Well,
It
there's
can be opened, but when you do, a bad thing comes out and will try to kill you.
What happens if you flip it
Right.
inside out? Is it? Like,
Could you kill the bad
It's
thing
banned.
and then we can keep the bag? It seems like it has very high utility.
I can study this thing if you
It's a
want.
air elemental, I believe. It's quite aggressive.
You look strong. It won't hurt you. Here.
Wait, hold on, wait. We spent all this energy to protect this person from these people, and yet we're delivering the weapon to this.
Correct.
The
Here.
weapon was just his weapon. It wasn't what they were delivering.
I know, but how will we be protecting him if we leave this here with him?
He has 4 griffins. Griffins are really good at fighting air elementals.
He has 4
That's just
griffins.
science.
You have griffins?
Are you just saying that because they have
The
wings?
area has griffins in it, yes.
Oh,
I'm not
I
sure
didn't
how he knows that. thought
I was flying around and I saw them. I've been flying around the Sky Fortress
Oh, that's
for
true.
quite a while.
You fly.
And I saw the griffins outside. They're very scary, for the record.
You would make a nice morsel for them.
I know, that's why they're scary.
I gave you the bag.
Yeah, he's holding it. This is me holding the bag.
inside it is an air elemental that will attack you as soon as you open it.
Okay. Thank you for the warning.
Does the giant just toss it out the window?
He goes up and he puts it in his locked wooden chest. to look at later.
Can we have the bag back when you're done with it? It seems like it would be useful.
Next time I meet you, I will return the bag.
Thanks, Zephyros.
But don't open it.
Careful. Yeah.
Yes, I won't.
The bad thing will still be inside with however much damage you dealt to it previously.
Yeah.
It'll
It is
heal.
in stasis.
It'll heal because it's got time to. Oh, because you can actually, like, if you were to go in the bag, you would suffocate eventually. You would use up all the air and suffocate. That.
But he's an air elemental.
You're right. He doesn't have to breathe, right? But so like it's
Right.
not in stasis in the
makes
bag.
it
You're actually
Does
in a
time
you're
pass?
actually in a semi-plane little pocket dimension.
With time pass the same
In time, yeah, time.
there
pass.
as in our world? Okay.
It depends on how you made the bag.
I suppose.
I've always
How
assumed
fast
it
you're
passed the
traveling while you're
same.
holding the
Right.
bag. There's a lot of questions, actually.
Maybe if you
So
throw
many
the bag
questions.
while you're traveling?
So
Just
what
spent
if,
the
what
rest
if
of
you
the
cut
session
the bag
talking
into
about
half
this.
quarters?
The half quarters.
And we
Magical items are hard to
I
destroy.
mean, does it experience inertia and
Brad.
speed?
I don't know why you're so
inside?
fixated on this eighths thing.
I'm just because of that, brother.
So how do we get off? Is there like a pull to break or something?
I will extend
I can
the
fly.
stairs
I just get
again
off.
when we get close, unless you would like to
Do you have an
get off now.
elevator
I can
or an escalator?
maybe.
Put moving stairs in.
Make it a slide. Make it a slide.
Yeah.
You know how dangerous slides can be if it's not angled properly?
And you're
Make it
like
a
1,000 feet up in the air.
Slide for 10 floors down to the ground.
It
Yeah.
becomes like a death torpedo.
It'd be so
And
terrifying.
what's at the end? There's no break. There's just
The ground.
You just put a little lip back up.
just put gravel
you
down.
shoot out in the air. And down.
Gravel slows you down quickly.
Yeah.
Parkour.
The ground will slow you down real fast. Insta break.
Well, not if you slide down into it.
Well, what if you go like down and you angle 90 degrees to water and you just bounce over the water for a little bit, like a back?
That
No, that
sounds
wouldn't hurt at
possible.
all.
Well, better than gravel.
It's just like it's like a water slide tube.
You hit it the first time, you take like what? 1d12 damage.
If
Hit
you
it the
have
second time, it's down to
something you can all
1d10.
fit in,
It's like, and you're just
I can
seeing this is
float
gonna
you
hurt.
down.
This is gonna hurt. This is gonna
Your
hurt.
table.
The
I'm
grapple,
not
you
sure
just like
I could get you
it's
down
all over.
quick
You know,
enough
like
though.
if
You
you
might
go
have
feet
to
first,
handle
you
yourself.
angle it just right, you get to like
We can just take the stairs. It's fine.
glide.
I need my exercise for today, yeah.
I can fly because I'm a real dragon.
Okay.
I get flying at level 5.
Do you really?
Yeah. I just don't have it yet.
Oh,
You do?
Yeah, it's in
Tactical
the
shift.
it's in the new book.
So I've got that you get extra attack and tactical shift as a fighter at level 5.
So it's not for fighter class. It's for Dragonborn.
There's racial changes.
There's a racial change.
Oh, I
on
need to
my-
look at
on my
that.
class,
Okay.
yeah.
What do I get as a pseudo dragon?
I don't know. Okay. Apparently I'm not.
They don't even have
Are we level
bugbears
5
in
now?
there. I don't get anything.
Do we level up?
I'm gonna have to look at it.
Not you.
I think that's the only thing I get.
Well, I just because I wrote down what everyone gets at level
Correct.
5, and
Right.
he has one less
Origin.
thing than everybody else, but apparently he doesn't actually because there's racial traits, or maybe you all have things I missed.
When you reach character level 5, you can channel draconic magic to give yourself temporary flight. So it's a bonus action.
When a warlock
Spectral
gets level 5,
wings.
you win the game.
Lasts for 10 minutes until you retract them.
So it's kind of like Kesh's.
Yeah. So it's you have a fly spell equal to your speed,
Which I can cast spells.
made of the same energy as your breath weapon, so it would look like fire.
Would a bugbear get anything? There's bugbear in there? I don't think it is. It's certainly not as a player. As a
And
player.
it's like a one-time use until you long rest.
So I'm gonna have to look now to see if other races get a level up.
But, yeah,
Anyway.
that's it.
If not, we can make something up.
Are we leveling up?
Like a bit into a tiny space.
He's heading up.
Are we at the town?
Yeah. So he goes back up. The tower stops, and the stairs appear, winding you down, and you see in front of you as you go out.
Oh, and you're right about half damage. That's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, for the breath.
I need to pull out. Oh, what did I not pull out? I downloaded the map.
Would you suddenly get half
Oh,
damage on
I get 2d10 at level 5 for my
Oh, we're at level
fire
5.
breath.
No, we're level 4 now.
Level 4.
Yeah.
We're looking at the level 5
I was looking at
traits,
5.
which he's going to start awarding if we ever earn them.
No, we'll be dead before then.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you guys think I'm trying to kill you.
Murder.
It's not
I
like-
did not think you were.
Well,
trying
you
to kill me.
certainly
I thought
tried.
we could survive that last battle, but it would be tight.
I mean, you did certainly try.
I almost cast
He's
a
not
spell
the
that
knight.
works.
I think we had it under control. We could have taken them all.
You cast 2 spells that work. They just didn't do anything useful.
Oh man,
So
I can call
frustrating.
lightning next level.
I don't need that one.
Yeah, you guys actually start getting tough enough. The magic users start getting tough enough that I as a rogue, become redundant.
I'm just glad I have dark vision. I don't think that was there
Sean,
before.
you're not redundant in my heart.
Yeah, Dragonborn didn't have dark vision before.
I thought you were going to be redundant.
That's where I thought it was going. as well.
Okay. So he lets you down, and as you start climbing down the pathway, you see in front of you
Jeffros.
a huge area behind walls.
Is that an octagon?
Wait, is he just gone? Is he done?
Yeah, so you guys are climbing down the stairs, and this is what you see in front of you.
Okay.
He's letting you down out here.
My effort to get killed this session. It's like, how's it working?
Can you survive 64 points of damage in one hit?
Probably not.
It is actually almost
In real life, this is
an
Sean
octagon.
Hagen.
Well, I don't know if it can be an octagon if it's got some concavities
It's
to it.
also got 11 sides.
Well, if you flatten out the
11
east side there,
If you ignore some of the sides and pretend like they're straight, then it doesn't have as many sides.
well, like this is
An
like
octagon just means 8 sides. It does not mean concave.
okay.
It's a decagon.
Dodecahedron.
Decahedron.
That would be 12.
Oh, I like
That
it.
would be 10.
Decahedron.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to decide if those guys should come back and try to kill you, but I don't think we'll spend time on that.
Is the giant coming with us?
No.
They would-
He just got moved out of his house.
I mean, we could just say that they would succeed.
Bye, Zephyros.
We could pretend that we had that encounter. and
remember,
still
don't
get
open the
XP.
bag. Okay, bye.
What did I count wrong? Is it actually 10?
Yeah. So it's dusk. Yeah, you're here. So as you descend, there's this huge area in front of you. So this is like these watchtowers are a mile apart.
There's no buildings in the town?
There's a bunch
just
of
a wall.
fields, and then there's actually like
In a field.
a town in the middle of it.
One big field.
So there's this is grain. There's rice over there. There's orchards. There's livestock.
It's actually
They went all out on this wall.
How tall is the wall?
So from the outside, it's 60 feet up. The ground inside is raised, so if you're inside, the wall only looks 20 feet tall.
That's big.
Oh my gosh! Like, what type of enemies do these people
They
have?
spent a long time.
Well, they feed a lot of the Commonwealth.
yeah, that's a lot of.
What if they want to expand their farm or like fallow
Like,
the
those are
ground?
all farmland? That's all farmland?
But yeah. So
Except
this
for
is
the city.
this
That's the
is
city.
wheat. This is wheat. This is rice. I don't remember. There's corn.
Orchards.
There's orchards. There's herbs here.
They should
There's
probably have
livestock.
barley.
Yeah,
Barley
most of the
makes a
town is
great
here.
drink.
Well, at least we're going to get good food.
Is there asparagus?
There are some. Yeah, one of these is vegetables. That's what this one. This is vegetables.
Wait,
Every
where's
little
the
plot
pump-
is a
where's-
thing of vegetables.
Where's the pumpkin patch?
There is a pumpkin patch. It's one of these north green ones. I don't
Pumpkins are
remember.
very popular.
Yes. When I read that about this town, I'm like, they're gonna love. There's a pumpkin patch in the north.
There's avocado trees too.
Let's go find
Apples and
Nero's
oranges.
and let him have him host us at his
Oh, you mean the Yeti?
the Yeti.
This is an incredibly diverse agricultural setup.
Let's
Barley
find
too. Yeah.
The Yeti.
There's
and get
barley
some
and
free-
hops.
There's barley. They
in
can
those
make barley
green ones.
drinks.
Right.
What is it called?
We'll get you.
I want one. We should
So I
find-
walk up to the gate
find
and
the
I say,
finest
"Finally, a
location.
real town."
You take her clothes off.
Are there are there any people at the
Yeah.
gate?
So as you come up to the gate here, it's this magnificent stone gatehouse carved with images of a full-bodied woman cradling cornucopias.
As opposed to a half-bodied woman? But go on.
So it means that they're
Oh,
plump.
voluptuous. Right.
Yes,
Got
that
it.
they're plump as opposed to skinny.
Right. Sorry, I just...
Yeah, I actually had to look it up to make sure that it meant what I thought it meant. Anyway.
It does.
Large woman.
A Starbucks logo.
It is like a fortress there, and there are, you can see guards up on the walls above you, and there are people manning the gate as well.
We have a cat!
Silence! Oh there, good lads! We seek entry. We are looking for Miros.
Is this yours?
The gate is open. Just walk in.
You would like to stay at the North Furrows Inn? By all
Aye.
means, come in. We will have to stop and inspect everything, but you are welcome here.
I've got nothing to hide.
I reach into my pocket and
takes
put
off
on
his
the
clothes.
signet ring that I stole from the castle and the first time we visited, and I say that we are here on business, and I show him the signet ring.
Be that as it may, Lordling Nadar, we need to protect these things to make sure that no blights or diseases come in. We will be inspecting everything per our protocol.
Alright, then.
So-
I'm
And so
actually
lights
really
up.
glad because I forgot about this that you guys did not bring the bag of holding with the creature in it. That could have been bad.
So
Inspect
how
away.
wide and long is this the entryway?
Are you just gonna sneak past?
Why don't we just like say yes, please inspect us, and then we can walk in?
So
Like-
at the wide spots where there's the watchtowers and the gatehouse, the wall is
We
60
don't
feet
do
thick.
things because they're easy.
It's 30
we do
feet
things
thick in the other
because they're-
places. And you would notice as you came in that it's not in the greatest repair. You could probably climb over as long as you're in a spot where they're not going to see you.
Which is any spot.
Oh, let's get in line.
I'm just standing there.
Yeah. They check you. They go through your bags. Oh, no produce. Nothing. Okay. No.
I have nothing for
Are
them
you
to
sure
go
you
through.
don't need a strip search?
I just like I keep letting them know that I can fly.
Yeah.
I walk in.
Repeatedly.
Yes, I could have just flown.
You have
I
wings. I
can show you
appreciate you going through security instead of trying to cheat.
As I walk in, every single person I see, I'm like,
As I go through
It
the
hasn't shown up yet.
as I go through the security checkpoint, they have a table with all to inspect like weapons and goods. I just keep unloading weapons onto it.
Small, great
Yeah.
sword, long sword, short
Oh,
sword,
hold on, yeah,
daggers.
There's more.
Other
Okay.
long sword.
They do not respond. They don't seem to notice. Yeah, we'll put it there. Yeah. Give me an insight check though.
Not my best. Perception would be better.
And I-
Is it? Wait, did I lie? I did not lie. No, I didn't.
and I say, by the by, where is this Yeti? Miros.
Well, if you follow the North Furrow to its end, you will find his inn,
What's
Insight
North Furrow?
is
the
19.
road that you are on.
Very good.
You can see
all
that
I
like this like
Doesn't it seem weird that
it's
took all
almost
of us
like a
to
vignette
deliver
like this.
a
Like we have to do everything by protocol. Like that they're
A little
actually
bit
much
overkill.
sloppier and more laid back than he's making.
But you're saying we should kill
making
it.
it sound.
For some reason, I want to eat.
There might be ways that you could
Well, it's not
get
like they have
by
a postal system.
if you really needed to.
Um,
And you can interpret that broadly. There's lots of options
How
there.
else do you expect to get stuff from point A to point B? Whoever's the next traveler going in that direction, you just.
Were we going in this
them.
direction? My memory's fuzzy, but I don't think we were.
We were heading in this direction
Were we?
because there was no other direction. It was either this or super cold or back to the forest.
There was a farm with fish, dark shandy, perhaps.
I feel like you're making this up.
Rin shandy?
Yeah, that's in the cold north.
Yeah, they have fish there
there you go.
with big heads that are very valuable.
For a dragon, you seem to be really interested
Okay.
in going to both places.
They're going to want to search
Wait, this
the
was
bag.
lower
of
than the
holding.
previous
They don't realize it, but your bag.
No,
they
it's
want to
like
look in your
a
satchel.
Sunday or something.
So I guess if you
Oh.
flip it open, they see blackness.
If it's the same, if he's just using
Okay.
Rin shandy.
Yeah. So it takes longer than you guys would like, but you are now in.
In the inn, if you will.
Well, you're
Oh, we
in
made it to the
Golden
inn?
Fields.
I thought we were still outside. I
I'm
was-
walking to the inn.
Yeah. Yes, and then you'll walk up.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, the first thing that you see as you get through the gatehouse is
Fields of wheat. Feels like Kansas.
there's a statue
Wait, how did we get up this high?
up this high.
You said it's a 60-foot high wall
Wall.
from the outside and 20 feet high.
Yes,
We
so
have to go up
the
20
entrance
feet.
is sloped as you go through the gate. It slopes up. Yes.
and half quarters at a time.
We kept the immersion. That's great.
What does it slope over?
The ground. Stop it.
There is a wooden statue of a woman in a field of wheat or something, with the dirt roundabout around it, and then on the far side, there's an open front building sign that reads Earth Mother's Bounty, and then you can continue walking past that on into town and the inn's at the far side of the
Do
town.
we get the sense these statues are like basically like their deity?
Yeah.
Like a goddess?
Sorry, Clarence. Religion check. I'm used to.
Clarence is rolling.
Yeah, David knows to do this.
19.
19.
Aye.
So you'll recognize on the gate and the statue that this is Shantia, who is the a goddess of nature. So last time you found
Goddess of nature and fertility.
in the
Yes, very bountiful, thus the voluptuous women. He says in 4x speed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you gotta slow it down a little bit.
so in the cave you guys found a holy symbol to Sylvanus, who was like the god of nature, but he's like the god of like wild, untamed nature. And Shantia is more like the goddess of like kind of agriculture and nature.
Yes.
That's more kind of
The nature that has been domesticated.
The nature that feeds you.
The manhandled nature. The less nature, more.
I just walk over to Dan.
Nature and nurture.
Yeah, so as you guys keep going, you walk past, lots of fields, the livestock. This basically is just like rows of longhouses. It looks like maybe like 60 people per house. And there's a couple of things like there's a blacksmith, there's a
60 people per house?
Your finger pointers
Yeah, like
are
these
quite
long-
handy, by the way.
Yeah. And then you eventually come. The other thing I'll point out is there is an abbey on the south side here by the trees.
An abbey to whom?
Shantia. It's a church to her.
Kind of one track here.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if it weren't.
Yeah.
That's the question.
On theme. Yeah.
Yeah.
North Furrow's End. You make it there.
Shantia is one of my favorites.
Yes. It's a 3-story.
You know she's not real, right? These are fake.
They're
What are we
real
talking
fake
about?
statues.
These deities, it's all made up.
Is that what you call them?
Yes, I do.
Are you referring to her large tracts of land?
I mean, she's not a real being.
You shouldn't be judging whether they're real or not.
I can.
So this is an abbey, you said.
There is an abbey. So this is
It's
is
it a convent or is it a monastery?
No, it's an abbey.
So it's an abbey, specifically that building. So this town is 20 square acres of farmland with 5,000 people.
Right, it's just fantasy, suspended disbelief does not have to be right. Okay, I'm good. Never mind.
That is essentially
Calculating appropriate numbers for the population.
Nope.
He would not be doing
We're
that.
not worrying about that. We're not worrying about that.
It's okay.
yes, it's essentially a fortress that guards the most productive farmland, and it built up around an abbey too.
Occasionally, if people
Agrarian.
on this table haven't noticed, sometimes I realize I have some.
It's protecting the pumpkins. That's what it's doing. It's all about the pumpkins. All of this is just for the pumpkins.
Are you familiar with how much Shantia likes her pumpkin patch?
I don't know. Is it
It's okay.
autism or is it
I do the.
spectrum?
My
Either
mind
way,
does the same thing.
You say
too.
words, and it's like, wait, I know what that word means, and that's not how you're using it. So
What,
Yeah.
what I do in fantasy games is just turn off that.
So
part of my brain.
I
My
see.
brain does
So
that.
it is named an abbey, but it is really a church, if that's what you're. Yeah, but I think in this it originally was an abbey, and then this town kind of built up around it, and it became the church, and because it became important politically, economically for the.
that is one of the
the
names of
Commonwealth.
abbey. It's a church that was once part of a monastery or convent.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to go into all this, but yes, that's where the confusion comes in, as it was originally.
But now I know something about the history of the town, which was
Lord
completely
Lord
irrelevant,
Lord
but
Lord
there we go.
Yes.
But who founded
It's
the town?
great when I
In
still
fact,
think
he's writing it
some
down
other
right
rules
now. Yes,
Why
that was
was
a
the
convent.
wall built? The real question is why is the inside of the town so much higher than the outside of the town?
all the
Marijuana.
centuries of fertilizer.
They grow
And
everything here.
marijuana. A lot of munchies.
I didn't realize that
There's
at
a
first
cloud
when
of
you
smoke
said it.
just
Like,
rising out from that quarter.
So there's no chickens, though. I'm curious. What is the source of the manure?
If this is 60 feet, 60 people per one of these, I don't think we would see the chickens at this scale.
I think it maybe.
But look how big our minis are compared to the map.
Do you want me to zoom in the map?
I just step over the wall.
Are there chickens? Or is it cows? What is the source of the manure?
Is it chicows?
Humans.
Human.
What?
Bow chicka wow wow?
No,
Is it rabbits?
One?
If those goblins had 2 heads, did they have 2 butts?
Cows need so much. Never mind.
I'm at the inn.
Well,
Oh, look, I'm at the next town.
Actually, that's a good point. Your
I've already
GI tracts
completed
have
the
to merge
quest.
at some point, right? Is it the stomach?
Well, also
Is it
throughout
the
there,
intestines?
that there's lots
Is
of
it
like
liver?
colon?
carts
Yeah.
and
Is it
stuff
just
in
fully
front of them.
separated?
They're like
Colon,
lots of
yeah.
anyway. But the inn.
Very
Okay,
good point.
the inn is a
Thank you.
3-story stone edifice with arched windows that offers a view of the surrounding gardens. Thin plumes of smoke issue from its many chimneys. As night is falling and they're cooking dinner. Life-size statue of a rearing horse flanked the double doors flanks the double doors that lead to the common room.
Dumbledore.
The only
Dumbledore.
person that I did not tell the mission to was him, because he would just run ahead and say it before the rest of us got there.
Do we bring the cat? Where's the cat?
I assume you have the cat.
What mission?
Above the door hangs a wooden sign that proclaims the name of the grand establishment, North Furrows Inn, in fancy lettering.
Oh, we found it.
Can I read it?
And there's a
Say all that?
stable off to one side.
It's just
all
just a plain text. North Furrows Inn in fancy font.
Like it's subtitled. In
Also red.
I walk in and I say, hear ye, we have arrived.
And the rest of us are like so far behind you that you are referring to yourself.
Yes, correct.
Oddly enough,
we're
it's
coming
empty.
to talk about to tell him that his kin are dead.
No,
Perhaps,
I didn't tell him that.
it's not so festive of a moment.
What?
I didn't tell him that.
Are we not? We're
No,
arriving.
Zoro doesn't know that.
The rest of you guys know.
Oh.
I didn't tell him that.
Oh, okay.
So he wouldn't run in and say something like that and then say, I have good news, your parents are dead. Because he would do that.
It would be, I have good news, you now own a home.
In this economy?
The room is not terribly full yet. Is there a little sunlight left? There's people still out working field, but there are a few people there who like look up from their drinks and are like,
Oh my god. They're getting from there to there every day?
no, so there's actually
There's little townships.
so there are some places
Segways.
for people to stay out there. Each guardhouse actually has its contingents of soldiers stay there, but yeah,
I was
and there's
referring to the people that are working on this
yeah.
field.
So there are a few granaries and stuff, and there's actually like the breweries
They're very
over
good.
here, and
Bob,
there's workers that
who
live
works
by
here,
it.
he lives over here, so he can walk there every night.
Which is
And
about
sleep
13
there.
feet.
This is good.
And then yeah, so
And
but
Sally.
on weekends, what he does is he
Parties.
takes a horse
Down
and he
here.
kind of goes over there and he parties over there with Bill.
In the other
And
time
Joe.
zone.
who also
Marijuana
lives
farm.
there.
When we come in later, I look for the Yeti.
Okay.
We should be clear, it's across 2 time zones.
I've sat down at the table with somebody who's very uninterested with talking to me, and I'm regaling them about how I conquered all this evil and all of these amazing things that I've done.
Okay.
And can I roll a deception check?
Yeah.
What is their name?
9.
You gonna buy me a drink?
Yes! Drinks for everyone!
He's willing to sit there and listen to you.
Okay.
Even though he knows
So
you're
you
lying.
go up to the about the counter, and there is standing there a barrel-shaped man with
the same thing
white
with
hair
barrel.
all over his body.
I'm going to lean into Wraithfoot and say,
Um,
I think this is Santa Claus.
And
What can I do for you, my good sir?
I bring bad news from Dark Spire.
Been to Darkspire,
it-
have you?
Was, well, there's no easy way to put this. It was attacked by giants.
That's a good one.
And your parents are dead.
Oh.
He has your cat.
They had
You've
these-
inherited
these
a cat
cats.
and a house.
Perhaps you recognize it?
And then I
Take the
fired the blast straight through his eyeballs.
I take the cat off my shoulder and kind of like deposit it on the counter in front of him.
And then there was this beautiful maiden who was like, oh no, don't. And I was like, yes, I will.
Are you improvising with little dolls?
No, I'm like creating illusions.
Oh, I know. Who
I was
okay.
thinking of,
I actually know who you're talking to.
what's his face? Lord Darkseid? From Spaceballs?
If you forgive me,
What
I'll find one of my helpers to come.
Dark House.
What would be
serve you.
the right comforting
And he-
stat to roll? Persuasion? Because I'm going to say something nicer. 'cause
You can just do straight charisma if you can't think of something better.
Comforting stat.
There's not a lot of those in
Charisma?
D&D.
That'd be a 19. I'm being very comfortable.
Okay, he's appreciative.
And I, yeah, and I, yeah.
I would like.
It's perfect.
I want to spend a
background.
little time by myself, but I do think maybe I'll talk to you later tonight or tomorrow. You were very kind to bring this news and to
Seriously, huge
Carry
boulders
this-
just smushed people, just smushed everywhere, blood everywhere.
thing all this way with you.
We actually found one of the giants.
I'll get one of my cooks to come out and see that you receive a meal and your friend as well.
I'm having a hard time
And
concentrating.
they can find you some rooms. And he takes the cat.
There are
and
6 of us.
He kind of goes off and.
I don't think Zoro gets invited to many funerals.
I don't know what's going on.
I did say there were 6 of us, not 7. So,
Yes.
and I'm not referring to the player in absentia.
I like to walk over to Zoro's table and kind of stand there over him and say, you know, could you bring it down a little bit? It's like we're trying to break some bad news to this poor man.
What bad news?
His whole family.
That we're out of mead? Another round!
Is Zoro getting drunk too? Like,
His whole
sounds
family
like
is dead.
he's a loud drunk, I guess.
They all died in Darkspire or whatever it was. Their house got crushed by boulders.
Nobody told me this.
Well, it probably wouldn't have changed much, but perhaps they can tone it down a bit.
Barkeep, good news! You own a home!
There is a woman standing behind the bar now. When you came in.
Bravo! Bravo!
Do you have all your? Does Zoro have all of his teeth?
Oh, his teeth are perfect.
Strangely,
Chris,
Alright.
I pick on you
Like
all
very
night long.
Like,
I like to grab him. I like to grab him by his
Fun to
robes
pick on.
and just kind of lift him up, and then carry him out of the bar and put him outside.
Do you resist at all?
Of course I do. I'm
Okay.
in the middle of my story. I'm regaling them.
You can make a strength check against his strength or dexterity, whichever
Wait,
he
hold on.
wants.
How are you holding him? Are you holding him by the clothes?
The scruff of the neck. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna
Like a kitten.
I rolled a 2.
Well, I rolled higher than a 2, but not much. I rolled like a 6.
clothes are yours!
Okay. You're like fighting, and he's just taking you out. And I gotta remember his name here. I just looked at it. Oren is like, my mug's full, thanks, brother. And he's a halfling. He's not very big, but he's drank like twice as much as you have.
So as soon as he gets me out, I look at him in the eyes and I start taking off my clothes.
He doesn't break the gaze. He just keeps staring.
It's not like I've seen this before. I haven't seen this before.
Do you turn to go back inside while I'm standing outside naked?
I'm just keeping I'm gonna stand like a bouncer in front of the door and just kind of cross.
I'm just gonna run around the corner of the building.
That's fine.
Jump out a
As
window.
soon as I'm out of view, I snap my fingers.
Okay, give me a stealth check, and you can give me a perception check.
Can I do it with advantage? Because
Yeah, I'll give you advantage because
Yeah.
of the
Because you're naked.
22. Oh, it's 17 and 19.
It's
Plus
16.
16. Okay. Something shoots past your legs, maybe, but you don't know where Zoro's. You haven't seen him.
I just stand there.
I'm now sitting naked talking to this guy, regaling him my tales.
I pick up Zoro's clothes and put him in a pouch.
There's no clothes. Oh, yeah, I did get naked and I ran off. You're right.
Yeah.
You got a foot up on the chair, leaning in real close to
I
him.
just put them in my bag.
Did you do the
close
Riker
bag.
sit down?
Sidle up.
I saw a young Riker in an episode of Hill Street Blues earlier today. I watch Hill Street Blues currently while I'm doing stairs.
That's healthy.
And then they were riding vultures! I'm not kidding!
Can I hear
Vultures!
Can I hear him?
Yes, you can.
I go back in. What are you doing in here again? It's like, you need to get outside.
Bob can hear.
I'm gonna go lift him again. I'm gonna go grab him by the neck and then like kind of pick him up and carry him
You
outside.
can try to do a
Yeah,
dexterity check.
I run away again.
All right, I rolled a 25.
He didn't even roll.
I
No, he did roll.
I just rolled 19 plus
Just made up the
6.
number, that's all.
25.
It's a strong number.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. He's more determined this time, but you were more determined when you still live.
I'm gonna go find, like, is there a pond? Is there a...
Wait, so I try to run away.
open-
Well, it
is
shouldn't
there
be.
open
So he grabs you by the
pit?
back of the neck.
It shouldn't be a stealth. It should be a
grappled.
dexterity
No,
check.
yeah, did you not roll dexterity?
No, I.
Oh, yeah, roll dexterity check. So to try to get away from his grasp is what you were
See,
doing.
he grappled you, basically.
Yeah.
Or you could do strength.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah, you can
good.
use strength, but I know dexterity.
But did you do your
He did
dexterity?
20.
No,
he did
it's
strength.
perception.
No,
He did
it's
strength.
and
Oh,
you
okay.
pick
Got it.
strength.
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
it.
If you want to get away, or like force him not to do it.
I mean, if you walk back across town, you could throw him in the the sty or the sty here of.
I'm just looking for like a pool of like water.
How about the horse?
You haven't seen anything yet.
An inn should have a trough for feeding.
Oh yeah, the stable was off on the was there's
There you
stables
go.
on this side of
I'll
the
walk
inn.
over to the stable and
Definitely
see if
some
there's
water.
like a.
So while he's carrying me, I look at him and I say, "Screw it," and I disappear.
Okay.
But doesn't he still hold?
give me a
is he still
perception check.
holding you?
Am I still holding him? Is he still visible? I mean, he's a
give
crafty
me a
guy.
perception
He
check.
didn't disappear before, so. Yeah, not very good perception. 2 plus 6, so 8.
You feel your hand. You've had a firm grip, and then suddenly there's nothing in your
I
hand.
was like, where the hell did he go?
It was a cloud. We were riding a cloud.
I walk back to the inn.
Are you still visible in the inn?
No, I'm naked.
I mean, like as you go back to the inn, you're
Those of you in the inn can give me a perception
Are you
check if you
invisible?
want.
No, I'm naked. It's clearly, if I'm naked, I'm not invisible.
It's like, I give up. It's like I go over to the innkeeper. I'm sorry. I just can't.
No,
So he's out there. There's a young woman there now, Sopo, is talking with you about rooms and what you would like to eat.
Yeah, food for the 7 of us, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 6 of us.
sub from Sopo.
And lodging for 6, which I guess is what? If you have 1 room for 6, that'd probably be slightly better because we can watch the door. But 2 rooms for 3 works as well.
Wait, am I
Have you
not
seen
getting
our
lodging?
walls?
1 room for
What?
5.
Have you
and one
seen our
room for
walls?
1?
I don't know that you need to
There's 7 of us,
worry
right?
about your security here. The same.
So I'm
We're
up for Zora.
Yeah. We're delivering news. Your parents just died, and you're like, good news! You've been there. Yeah. I'm not saying that you're with us.
Well, you'd be a familiar, so 6 people and animals.
There you go.
I could probably put you in.
7 of us and an animal.
I mean, the rooms are spacious. I wouldn't recommend you in more than 3 to a room.
I love that it looks like you're looking at, like, the display when you're checking into a hotel. Let's see, we have... we've got this room. Oh, you won't want that one. How about these 3 rooms?
Out of the 4 rooms we have,
Yes, I wouldn't do more than 3 to a room. If you want just 2 rooms, that's fine. If you want 3, I'll give them to you. I understand at no charge here.
2 rooms is probably sufficient because one of us is that lizard.
Oh,
Dragon lizard, sorry.
should I get you the child's menu for one of those 6 meals?
You have a child. I am tiny.
That is not, it is not eating children.
Dragonkin.
I think a little bit of Quasimodo is starting to come back out here.
I just saw the cat go by and I still want to eat the cat.
terrible.
Do not eat children in. So, I don't know, would you prefer the children's menu or the adults menu? It's great. Because the way I'm picturing a medieval place is children's menu, food, adults menu, food.
More food.
But in fancy print.
In lowercase letters. Yes, should I get 5?
Have you seen my cousin Vinny?
I have not.
Oh, God. Then you don't.
Yeah, I had a landlord named Vinny before we moved here who
It
always
is
asked
a
me that
great
too.
movie, though. You should watch it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Should I get 5 mugs or 6?
7.
You want a drink, right? So, definitely 6.
And have you ever been to Golden Fields before?
We have not.
So you have never had the Golden Gulp.
It comes with a mug.
Is
You can
it
take
big?
it home.
It's shaped like a boot.
So I asked because the first one is always on the house, though I guess everything for you is on the house at the moment. So
How large? How
I will-
large?
The
get
name
you
is not
6.
attractive to me because it just makes me think that this is like you've put a golden shower into a mug.
It's shaped like the deity.
But like,
It comes
it
out of her
large?
pelvis.
Do you- is it different sizes? Do you have
Or
a
her
big
large
golden
strips
gulp?
of land.
so she pulls out this mug, and on
Tell me it's not frothy and golden yellow.
the mug it's a clay mug with
Probably
sheaves
golden
of
yellow.
golden wheat painted on it. These are mugs you can't get anywhere but here. We don't sell them. In fact, Miros
Merchandising.
makes
Yeah.
them in the kiln in the back.
I,
And I think we just have the one size, but I'll give you a refill.
I
Get free
need a
refills.
couple.
Yeah, and the golden gulp is our gulp. Oh, the golden gulp is the beer that we brew here with the things that we grow here.
Is that what I've been drinking?
Yes.
Let me give you some marketing tips. I
Yes.
think if you named it Big Gulp, you'd probably sell more of them.
Excuse me. Sounds great.
Comes with a straw.
Golden fills.
Make it red.
Golden gulp. It's there's a thing there. I'm not in charge. I just sell things.
Golden guzzle.
So she gives you all.
Golden Gulp.
Some and these mugs are actually like. It's relatively nice artwork, you know, for a guy who runs it in and doing it himself.
Do they also sell like a hat and a T-shirt?
They don't sell the mugs.
Okay.
200
You
year
can only get some
commemorative.
here.
A foam scythe.
Yeah, it's
I like a cheese hat.
I like the really, really big hand pointing in a direction.
Yeah. What was the name of the deity again?
A stuffed voluptuous woman.
Yeah. Number one.
Shantia.
Shatia is number one on the hand.
I still have his clothes, by the way.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I was actually going to say, oh,
Yes.
throw me the clothes.
Oh, they're outside where you left them?
All right. So, as I was telling you,
Sir, we do have a dress code here, just to make sure that some of our patrons might be a little younger that come in here. We'll need you to get decent.
I pull out my costume bag and I put on the finest clothes. He has my travel robe.
Thank you, sir.
Which is funny because your travel robe was probably better than all of our clothes. And
Yes, accurate.
Hadn't
don't
you
think you were
better?
there when I took the
Orin,
travel
hadn't you
robe.
better stop keeping just him company and get up on stage? I think everyone should be showing up for the night show.
You're putting him on performance? No.
No, so the guy you're talking to,
Oh, okay.
the halfling, is Orin, which you don't know that actually.
What kind of bit is this?
He plays the lute and he sings. He's a halfling and he's part of the.
Orin, can I tell you a secret?
Fully drunk.
Always.
I have a beautiful singing voice.
You want to sing with us?
Yes!
All right, but if you do poorly, you have to pay me because you're taking my job.
so the concern wasn't him being naked.
Oh, he's not naked anymore.
Do you want me
The
to
opportunity to
roll
be
a
naked.
performance?
Yeah, roll a performance check. As
15.
people, as the sun sets, more people start coming in. We end up with more performers. What'd you roll?
15.
It's actually not bad.
I am a good performer.
He's got some pretty good pipes.
What do you sing?
And you're like trying to follow the lute, which is the tempo is uneven, but you're doing a good job of matching the music.
Don't know all the lyrics and make up what you don't know.
Yeah.
Is it the bear song?
No, I'm like freestyling Will Ferrell style from Elf.
All right, go.
Yes. You may proceed.
Stand up.
It's about your daring do?
Huh?
It's about your daring deeds?
Yes.
Do you need a beat?
No, I have the loot.
Oh, here, let me find some loot.
Yeah.
I need the loot.
I'll look for like medieval loot.
As
No upbeat medieval loot.
I'm loving this moment.
I toss my hair.
Loot music for witches and alchemists.
Works for me.
that sounds really on point.
It's going to be very amazing or very somber.
Can you turn it up a little? I need a little more in my left ear, thank you. Behold, I will tell the tale. Now to you I will regale of how we did therefore go sail upon the mountain top. There was a cloud we rode upon, and it was cool, and we were not named Ron. And that's the time when we did won the battle against the crows. Not crows, but vultures they were ridden, and to the sky we were bitten by a blue giant, and he was smitten by my beauty so.
Alright, he deserves inspiration. That is like-
I agree. That was
that was epic.
I'll also
So it's
say,
going to be improv night
I'll
tonight.
I'll even return your robes to you.
You're so moved.
so Aeon and Clarence would notice this. If anyone else wants to, if you're looking around, you can roll a check. But there is someone else that's kind of been there the whole time. A young woman. She's got her nose in the book. Human. And then some other people that are coming and going. More coming at this as the night kind of sets. Are you still at the bar, or did you go find a table?
I'm gonna find a table and set out like the whatever I can in a thieves' cant invitation.
Okay.
I'm imagining that I'm doing like a dancer circle with like the entire town, and we're all best friends now.
As you're singing, you're
Yeah.
Whatever you can.
I'm
thieves'
gonna
cant.
go walk over to this woman at her table, I guess, and say, "Hi, good evening to you."
Well, hello. Before I'm gonna give you something else to think on. Sopa brings you your dinner, and whoever else is at the table, and she chats a little bit depending on how chatty you are. But like, what are you doing here? How long you stay? Do you need things to do? It's not generally a place where people visit unless there's business. So she trying to give you some information if you're looking for it.
I will get the information I can about what's going on in the town, what's going on nearby, and anything that gives me a clue as to why I was resurrected.
Okay.
I'd say the most surprising part is Zora wasn't already flirting with her.
Which is to say, anything
Too busy
that,
talking to everybody.
like mysteries that have arisen recently, things like that, things that would give us some indication about what we're doing.
Like
And of course,
ordinary.
find out they have a blacksmith and stuff like that. They're up there, and so they may be able to buy some of this armor off our hands.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll come back to that.
Like, we're fairly new here in town. I was wondering, you look like you might be passing through as well.
Well, actually, I'm. Let's see. I've got to think of my timeline here. I'm about a third of the way through my stint here. The Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors sends someone to Goldenfield every year to stay in case they need anything, and I'm currently posted here.
Aye. That's like, what do? Do you protect the village from outsiders?
Yes. Well, I'm in between a diplomat and a magical guardian. Yes, so I represent some interests here for cities like Waterdeep as a practitioner. I also can help if offensive magic is needed.
Well, we were just at Darkspire. It's not so far away. Perhaps, what was it, 4 days by magical flying castle? But,
She looks at you a little inquisitively.
it's like, yeah, it's a long story. We were picked up by a storm giant of some sort.
Normal
Air
conversation.
giant.
Didn't you hear the song?
Giant.
Yes, and he brought us here. It's very nice. It's a little forgetful of a kind of person, but not so bad.
Giants are normally not that nice to us, especially recently.
I was wondering about that because we were at this Darkspire and apparently it was attacked by giants and they dropped boulders on it and stole some kind of perhaps magical artifact out of the town center hall itself, spire of some sort.
I have a hard time seeing Darkspire have anything of value, but I mean, there is the spire it's named after, which is probably old.
We also stumbled upon some folks that were saying they wanted to bring back a primordial world and eradicate everybody who lived in it. Perhaps that's something that might be of interest to your order.
There's always some cult that thinks they want to bring about some world-ending thing because they haven't thought it through.
I see. It's just another Tuesday for you.
That's why the walls are 60 foot high.
The giants are more interesting. We have heard rumors that there's been activity all over the edges of the Commonwealth and even in some of the other places, some of our neighbors.
The giant you're speaking of, or the one that we talked about, said that something had happened to their order, and perhaps they had lost their hierarchy of some sort, and there's chaos amongst the giants at the moment.
I don't know why that should be chaos among us. We actually had I think it's been over a month now that had a few hill giants throwing rocks at our eastern walls, but actually, sorry, the western walls. But enough arrows scared them off. Not very bright. If it's true that there's some great upheaval, that could be concerning.
Where can we find more of your order to learn more about what you're protecting about and perhaps what's happening with the giants? Is there anyone you can recommend we can talk to?
Well, I mean, our headquarters are in Waterdeep. This is just about everything. Let's see. Sorry, I want to remember what things.
On the wall. Less complex.
I scroll past. Okay.
In the middle.
A motion to Clarence to come over too. Like maybe he'll ask him.
You know,
Clarence wanders over.
the dragons and giants have always been enemies. There might be a solution there. I'll think about it. Let you know, because they're.
Probably gets a bit there, but
We're looking for purpose at the moment, so
The
this
others
be something we can help with. That would be
didn't ring a bell. It does seem odd that they would assault a village and take the magical.
I don't
Artifact.
think anyone had been able to prove that it was magical. The Dark Spire has been there since, I mean, maybe before the Commonwealth existed. Maybe they thought it was part of the old giant empire and had some meaning to them. Maybe they thought it told the way to some treasure. It's been...
This is the second time we've heard about this old giant empire.
Is there such a spire here?
Interesting.
Oh,
No, I don't think we have any monoliths here.
where might
I mean, there is the Dragon Spire, but it's really a watchtower that a dragon landed on once a century ago, and so now it's the Dragon Spire.
I was gonna say, are there other spires, and why would they take them?
I mean,
And just, what's the oldest building here?
oh, it's the Abbey.
That would make sense.
I assumed it would, but it's good to ask.
Is there a reason these cloud giants would gather up these magical spires?
If there's some sort of upheaval, maybe it's some status symbol. I mean, I know cloud giants are all about the displays of wealth and possessions. Maybe they thought it would bring them some sort of prestige to have some ancient thing that they claim have meaning to the dragon or to giant kind.
Is it meaningful or does it do something?
I'm not. It's not my area of expertise, but if there were stronger suspicions that it had some value, I think there would be more people there studying it instead of just a little town to support a noble's hunting lodge.
Is there another place like Darkspire that has one of these spires?
I mean, there's ruins all over from previous civilizations. I hear that our whole city's hidden in the Wilder Run. Waterdeep is rumored to have all sorts of caves and dungeons below it.
So there's no Grey Spire, any other spires around?
Is it Dragon Spire?
Dragon Spires.
Well, yes, we call it the Watchtower by the brewery Dragon Spire, but
But that's not a spire.
that's a watchtower.
Alright. I was thinking we could head off these cloud giants for the next one.
I like your thinking. It's very good.
With more information and a good library, we could maybe find something. But
Oh, where would one find a good library?
I stopped by this conversation completely out of breath. What are we talking about?
We're talking
Remember-
about your amazing,
Candlekeep.
Very well, and I go dancing again.
Remember, I'm not with them because I'm sitting at the
Yes.
table.
Yeah. Apparently they abandoned you to join him.
They all did.
His
I was
conversation.
expecting to sit at like a 2-person table to invite, which is
Oh,
why
okay. So you were not trying to beat the rest of them. Okay.
which is why I was leaving like
Yeah.
my
Stuff
plates and things in a very specific, casual way.
Candlekeep has the best library that I'm aware of. I mean, Waterdeep, again, is close and is large enough that it has most anything you need. But
Let's check it out.
Maybe we head to Waterdeep and find someone who might know more.
I think we can
Sounds
subtitle
like it might be a
everything she's saying is
thing.
"Go to
Could be.
Waterdeep, go to Waterdeep, go to."
Maybe check
or
out
maybe
the
she's really
caveat,
sad that
but-
she got sent away on sabbatical to the Podunk
I
town.
only see one quest point on our map as I look around this world, and it
Boston.
says Waterdeep is here.
Let's see. We're looking for Spire. You might check Waterdeep. We're looking for Library. You might check Waterdeep. We're looking for this. You might check Waterdeep.
If there are places to go to, well, you could go to
The
Waterdeep.
horizon, there's a little
if you're-
dot
if
that's
you're
stuck
within,
right
like,
there with
30
Waterdeep.
miles
That's
of
not
New York
it.
City and you ask where to find something, they're like,
When I open up, when I hit
Find where you
M
are.
and open up my map, there's only one location.
I'm looking for a brewery. You might check Waterdeep. Isn't there one closely? You might check Waterdeep.
Any other libraries or bathrooms?
Waterdeep.
So I'll jump back to you for a little bit here. Anyway, her name is Maxine.
Her name is
Darth Kala.
Waterdeep.
I'm not trying to
Water deepest go with Nalicus.
I need to make her anyway. Yeah, Naxene. Nazine.
Noxine.
I don't.
Naxine.
Naxene.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm happy for you to decide. And then Darth Kala. Drathkala.
So I guess we stay at the end.
Well,
Was
my
very nice.
furry friend, if you don't mind me saying that, it's not much of a sightseeing place, but the brewery's a little somewhat famous. I mean, it's a beautiful little area if you like nature. The Abbey, of course, is probably the most interesting thing history-wise. There's lots of people. Some have been here all their lives, and some that come and go with the seasons. It's planting time right now, so we're probably not going to get the best of the food because we're working on stores instead of the fresh you get in the fall. But there was that interest with the giants throwing rocks at us.
They threw them here too.
At the walls, the western walls, there were some
Oh, okay. That was.
throwing.
Well, remember, I wasn't part of that conversation.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I thought that was the last place she was, not here. Anything weird happened about a month ago? A month ago was about when the
there
shatter
was-
happened, right?
There was some hill giants throwing rocks at the
Town getting shattered?
warning
No, the shattering was what the air giant was talking about, where the
Oh, okay.
hierarchy got all jacked up.
Is there anything in particular
Did we ever get
you'd like to do? I mean,
what that meant?
I'm sure you
It was
could
really vague.
ride some wild horses if you're interested, or try and rustle some cattle, or learn how to plant a rice paddy.
I think we should go to Waterdeep.
I.
I have a cousin there.
That's belonging.
Did Miros
My cousin.
Did Miros
Howard-
go back down? Did we go to sleep?
The best thing we
not
have is
here.
probably
What's
the
happening?
cellars
Yeah,
in the
it's
bottom of the
evening still. We're
watchtowers.
still
They're
talking to random people in the inn.
not quite a cave.
We haven't left for Washington.
Nope. We're holding the drawn it out as long as we
So-
can here.
I'm gonna go look at the Abbey
good
before
here.
we go to bed.
Stable.
Yeah.
No, no disappearances. No, nothing weird happening.
It's 10:20.
It's 10 o'clock, yeah.
We have
Like real
we
time?
might not look like much, but we're
That's why everyone's yawning.
well looked after.
We're getting so close to being to Waterdeep.
We could montage it there.
The abbot is or priest. The abbot. The abbot is very mindful. He's
I feel like we took a whole session to get to
getting
this
getting
place.
on in years, and he's an elf, so he's
And it was-
really getting on in
it was
years,
like a-
It
but
wasn't the place that
It was like a stopover and a side
he's
quest.
been enough in places that
That was my joke earlier. 5
I think he
pages
knows
of
what he's
material.
doing,
We got
even
the
if it
first
doesn't seem
paragraph.
like
Yeah.
he's
With the one picture.
Here's
as
your flying cat.
sophisticated as being here makes
Yeah.
it feel.
100 experience. Good
Oh,
job.
thank you, adventurer. Here's a bag of
So-
Yeah, here's some acorns.
other than planting rice and riding horses.
Please go!
We can
Leave
just
this
move on
place!
to
There is nothing here for
Waterdeep
you!
tomorrow.
We are poor farmers!
It would take you. It would take you several days to get to Waterdeep from here. Do it faster if you maybe hire some horses or a cart. But,
Adventure, I have a request for you.
and that would all happen at
I have a request for
the.
you. Take these seeds, go plant them in my field for me.
In Waterdeep?
Just only give them back when you're done.
I'll give you a reward.
Your tourist activity is go plant a rice paddy. You're like, no.
well, the brewery, it's not really a tourist place. It's
It's also not really a quest place.
Well, they've got
So
really nice
they'll have the
mugs.
hostelry for the.
Yes, they come into mugs
We
when
can
nice.
do that in the morning.
Adventure, I have a problem.
Yeah, I suggest you enjoy
There's
the
a
night
weed
and
in
worry
my
about things.
field.
When people start really here, so I'm sure
It's
that
in
you can start as
Waterdeep.
early as you need.
So,
I left the
do you want to
stove
handle it offline where I sell what I can to like the blacksmith and stuff?
on. You must
I think I told my prices for most everything.
This will
Yeah, you
never
did.
die.
So I know the
This will
prices.
never die.
So unless you wanted to try to haggle or there was something new that you
I know, but I don't want to go through all that like right
Anyone
now.
know what
Yeah,
John's doing?
We're probably
This is
so,
a plot.
Not
well,
enough.
you guys had your thing. Now I'm talking.
Wait, how did we get up here?
Okay. Because we'll need some money to get
To Waterdeep?
right tomorrow. Because effectively, that's all I'm seeing us doing here.
there's a wagon that leaves tonight.
I look around the room and see if there's anyone who looks like
Cloud
they're
Fortress is
waiting
coming
for
back!
After she leaves,
No, I'm looking to see if someone looks like they're sitting there thinking,
Zephyros!
I have a quest, but why aren't you asking me?
I'm heading that way right
Usually
now.
asking the bartender would do it, but this time all you said was,
I
you can
love
ride a
fast
horse or
travel.
plant rice.
there is a guy sitting kind of across the room from you, but in a spot where you've had line of sight on each other, wearing kind of rough,
We have a wagon going to
like wool clothing,
Waterdeep,
like
and we need an adventure in the
almost
garden.
not quite a skin, but not
Right now!
Anyway, and he is he's watching you without watching you. And you he's seen the way you set things out.
The pumpkins were smashed!
So that could mean that he's an undercover cop. Or it could mean that he is more of my
We need
ilk
fresh
than an
pies in the
undercover
morning.
And she walks
We
out,
must
she
get
kind
there
of
by
catches your
4
eye
a.m.
and like gives you a nod, and then goes back
Defend
to
the pumpkins with your
watching
life.
your sideshow.
You only succeed if 5 pumpkins are killed the way undamaged.
Well, we can finish that later.
Yeah.
Because I think that some people need to get to bed.
Alright!
We don't need to get to bed.
We need to get to
Waterdeep!
Is that on the way to bed?
I know where bed is. It's in.
I mean, we just had the giant bring us to Waterdeep.
Yeah.
had to drop off the
Just
cat,
We
though.
did the cat
You know, you could sleep here, but the beds are much more comfortable in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
It's like Harold and Kumar go to Waterdeep. Not one hassle.
Great.
So I just want to remind you. So you guys did sleep after the vultures and stuff. So
I'm
you
sure
are
we did
full
somewhere.
as you go to bed tonight.
And we're all level 4, right?
I'm glad that you guys are laughing so hard you're crying.
Yeah, no,
Even
So
if it's not my fault.
I assume that we were never really at that much risk of dying. We went a little slower than
a
expectations.
lot, a little slower.
I thought at most we would get into the middle of the deadly encounters today.
Nope.
Which deadly encounter?
In Waterdeep?
That
You haven't gotten there yet.
Oh.
No.
The intrigue, the entire plot, actually,
So-
and the plot
I don't want to
twist.
go to
So-
Waterdeep
so-
now, it sounds
so-
dangerous.
I knew that we would get you to Golden Fields tonight, and so I prepared the whole everything that's going to happen here, and the plot lines for where you might go next.
But really,
But I knew that we weren't going to get through it all.
But we almost
But really-
didn't make it to Golden Fields.
But I still like
Scraped in there at the last
in
moment.
theory, I think it's a deadly encounter if you're level 5. But there's more of you than there's 7 of you, not
Yeah, we got lots of
4,
turns,
5,
and we forced
right?
it back
And
into
so,
the bag.
So I'm just kind of like, I want it to be challenging, but I also don't want to kill you because I've got you under level. And so I was trying to
No,
make,
you see-
I want you at least at level 4. We'll
Great
see if you level
idea,
up to 5.
by the
This
way,
kind
to
of-
charm it back into the bag,
Yeah,
like
back
force it
into
back
the
in the
bag.
bag. That was
Yeah.
good.
Thank you.
I think we have a strategy. I go in first. They waste all of their attacks on me. I get resurrected.
And we see what
Well,
happens.
the funny thing is that wasn't my goal. I have a random chance, and one of them was floating molasses. That's what I was trying to
Oh,
do.
you're trying to make it seem.
Yeah.
Which is what you want to do with the oil.
So you randomly got charm?
Yeah.
Oh, that worked out.
Like either I get everything's like it throws a bunch of flowers.
That would've been
or
great, too.
Everything smells like apple pie, or there's a bunch of molasses, and then there's another effect I can't remember.
Yeah, the spy was really tantalizing.
So you said you planned everything's going to happen in gold in.
I tried to get all the
Golden
all the lore
fields.
that I needed for you to be here, and enough of the storyline that you could go as far as you went.
Really
Oh my god, I haven't laughed that hard.
isn't
Yeah.
even like a line of text. Because it's like it should be all of Golden Fields. The entranceway should have had a big sign saying, "Go to Waterdeep."
So I'm not trying to force you to Waterdeep. It's just like if you live.
Oh, we're going.
If you live within an hour of New
Whoa.
York City and you're looking for something that isn't like right here, it's like, well, you can find that in New York City, right? Like that's Waterdeep is the biggest city
makes
like
sense.
on this side of the continent.
Have you been in upstate New York? If you're like an hour outside of New York, they'll send you to Albany because they hate New York City from
We
upstate
will
New
send
York.
you anywhere but New York.
If you're
Yes, well, and that's the way that I am personally. But it's like I know it's there because it's big enough. It's got to be. If it's not there, it doesn't exist. Is kind of the thing. And she was
Why?
sent. She was sent from like Harvard University to go be like an adjunct faculty in the middle of nowhere, Massachusetts, right? And that's the other thing that's playing into the way she talks.
Lived in both upstate New York and having family in the city. You get an hour out of New York City, and they don't think New York City exists. Oh, you want that? You can get that in New Jersey. It's like,
But if you go like up into Connecticut, right? It's like I'm not going to send you to Hartford. I'm going to send you to New York, unless it's like
We had
obviously closer and it's like a grocery store you're looking for. Like that's kind of.
Yeah, my mom's family's from New York, and they have the same
How
attitude.
embarrassing was that with like us just left?
there were 4 people who watched our stream.
Yeah.
Somebody did mention the Masked Singer moment. Give the guy inspiration. So apparently somebody saw that.
Oh, good.
I did notice that one person popped in as our friend got naked, and then they left after he got his clothes back. So
Yeah. So maybe leave the clothes off next time.
Next time.
I'd leave him off.
Yeah.
And you might get some more attention. So.
fortunately, that was not live action role play.
Yeah.
Yeah. But after tonight, anything's possible.